rubber and Ramada room welcomes all. Thanks for stopping by, answering the call. Ups and downs are normal for some of us. Many days I beg to get off this life bus. Neon lights flicker, the shadow on the wall. Dreams on the ceiling, we run and then we fall. Sharing stories over paper cups. Wheels keep turning but never enough. Life's a ride on a rickety old track, holding on tight, never looking back. In the rubber Ramada room we confide, rock, cry, love in this crazy ride. Dusty postcards from the edge of nowhere, heartbeats echo in the electric air. We dance on tables without to wait, cry in the rubber Ramada room, we're all high.
Hi, welcome in. Guess what? I've been trying to get here on time. It's becoming difficult because Hector leaves at like 2:45. So I'm like that last minute trying to rush, and I was sitting here putting makeup on, and he was like, "Hey babe, time to go." I'm like, okay, I'm in the... No, sir, we're not doing that, guys. Just because I hit live doesn't mean y'all need to get noisy. Go back to sleep. Anyway, so I reset my times to 3:05. That way, that would give me 5 extra minutes to finish doing what I was doing. I sat down. I realized I had half my makeup on. So I was sitting here trying to get some mascara on because I have one mascara eye, no mascara. Anyways, is what it is. Hello, welcome in. Hi, Rubber Ramada Reviews with Sheila. I'm Sheila, your host. I don't know, I'm feeling goofy today. So I was watching, what is this guy's name? I don't know what this guy, I'm over here, like y'all can see on my TV. Agenda Free TV, I don't know what his name is, but I'm over here watching him because he's doing the hurricane. And I've been sitting here like watching this Hurricane Melissa thing for a while. Oh God, my lips look so pale. There we go. Sheila got lips. I look funny with no lips. But anyways, this Melissa hurricane, it hit at a Cat 5. It is horrible. And it's like, I can't stop watching it. And of course, Hector was like, I think I'll call in and lay in bed and watch this today. I was like, no, you won't. Nope. Get up. You're going to work. You're not going to lay in bed and watch a hurricane all day. So I did a few things last night. I reviewed a few things. Hey, Denise, sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm kind of all over the place today. Denise, and then, oh, look, no therapy because the bus forgot you. All right. Okay. That's a good reason not to go, right? Anyways, yeah, so dogs are being good for the moment. And we are on to day 3. I know they're on day 5 now. Day 3 is kind of short. So we will probably roll into day 4. Just because we can do things like that with our luxury of fast forward, speed trialing, and just jumping right through it all. So let's change screens here. Here we go. All right, I'm going to hit play. Quick review over yesterday. We learned a lot of nothing and a lot of something. What did we learn yesterday? We learned about the weapons. We learned about the little holder thing. We learned about the gang information. And I think that today is going to get a little more crazy with the gang information. So I'm going to hit play. We're going to start rolling. And hold on to your britches because I have Miss Sassy Pants today. Hector's already gotten on to me. He's like, your big mouth. Watch it. Kept calling me names because I wouldn't shut up. So I've got my sassy pants on today. So y'all be prepared. Call your next
Ken Stevenson.
It does this every time. Why does it do that? It does this refresh with the have my coffee. I had Twizzlers, but Hector ate them all. I did. I had a whole brand new bag of Twizzlers, and Hector ate them. I was so mad. I was like, I could chew on Twizzlers while I eat. Nope, they're gone.
Oh, Judge, Your Honor, may we approach one moment?
Sure, go ahead and have a seat on the witness stand.
We barely got here, and she's already approaching. Okay, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to ask the media not to broadcast the photographs of this particular witness, okay? Thank you.
I lost my...
All right, you may proceed.
Okay.
Please state your full name for the record.
Oh, I got to swear you in, or clerk does, sorry.
You raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Please state your full name for the record.
Ed Allen Stevenson Jr.
How are you employed?
I am a fingerprint technician with the Tampa Police Department.
How long have you been with the record?
Ed Allen Stevenson Jr.
How are you employed?
I am a fingerprint technician with the Tampa Police Department.
How long have you been with the Tampa Police Department?
Just over 3 years.
And back on June 23rd of 2024, what was your position?
I was a crime scene technician 1 with the Tampa Police Department.
How long had you been a crime scene technician 1 with Tampa Police Department on June 23rd of 2024?
About 5 months at that point.
What sort of training and education did you receive in order to get that position?
I have a associate's in science and technology and a certification in crime scene technology from the Hillsborough Community College.
And while you are working in that unit with the Tampa Police Department, are you getting on-the-job training?
Yes, I received on-the-job training during those 5 months.
During that time period, did you have a supervisor that was working with you?
I did.
What were your responsibilities and duties as a crime scene technician 1?
I was to respond out to a crime scene, take photos, document it, and collect evidence if needed.
In reference to a homicide case, do you work along with a homicide detective as to what sort of evidence needs to be collected and documented?
We do.
Did you respond to 3751 Fowler Ave, the Holiday Inn, on June 23rd of...
Welcome in, Cindy. Good morning. Good to see you again. Again, you know. Can't seem to stay away from each other. We run in the same streams. Anyways, I'm glad you're all here. I hope y'all are all having a great day. I am.
2024?
Yes.
Do you remember approximately what time you responded to that location?
May I check the notes?
Yes, so that'll help refresh your recollection.
We responded at 7:11 a.m.
Who was your supervisor at the time?
He is very hard to hear, and I have the sound boosted, so I can't boost it anymore because she's gonna outblast us. So I know that's why I made sure the closed captions are on so we can at least see what he's saying.
Was Matthew Evans.
And did you have the assistance of other crime scene technicians assisting you at this particular crime scene?
Yes.
Who-
Supervisor Evans was there with me, as well as my trainer, Kristen Cruz.
What were you tasked with to do specifically at the Holiday Inn?
My supervisor told me I would only be taking photos of this particular scene, and that is all I did.
I'm going to show you some photos. Did you also take photos of the other hotel home to suites?
Check my notes.
Yes.
But Cindy, it's not because I can't hear it. That's why I have to read it too. It's not okay. I want to hear it. I want to know.
Yes.
And was one of those room 430
Yes.
and 432?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification, States Exhibit 2018.
Okay, that's weird. I don't know if there's going to be any more talking because y'all see here this next like 30 minutes is just, it's just blank until this other guy comes on. Okay, we're going to listen for a few minutes.
And State's Exhibit 13I.
Take a close look at that case.
Hi, I'm here.
There were numerous shell casings that were located in that crime scene. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Were there also other items such as fragments and projectiles?
Yes.
Approximately how many photographs did
Okay, and this is really weird because I can tell y'all that Law and Crime went back and put a filter over this. No, they did this on purpose because you see back here, we see him and stuff, and all of a sudden they went out of focus, and they do it for a long time. But it's not an out of focus because if we back up here, you see down here in this corner, you see Law and Crime. They took this whole thing and did a filter over it all because you can't see it down here. So they did this on after the stream. So whatever's going on, we're gonna just go on to the next guy because I'm not.
Point did you enter the parking lot, Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Was it, and was that
The vehicle was.
And
when
we're
you saw
already-
it?
What in the hell? And they're already to a different defendant. I mean, not a defendant, a different witness.
24. Were you on duty? So I'm going to call your attention to the Academy.
Yes, sir.
And do you go time period of,
Okay, hold up. Let me.
and
WNAEL.
Okay,
BEGS.
Mr. Vega.
all right, and
It was daylight.
it was daylight.
Okay, we're gonna let Mr. Vega play because they do come back where they bring him up on screen and talk to him for a few minutes, and then we get into other things.
And was the Chevy Cruze displaying the license plate 0F30BNRI?
Yes, sir.
And what was the vehicle doing when you saw it?
So as soon as I hit the parking lot, the vehicle was front-facing parking. That was when I made contact with the vehicle.
So it was pulling into a parking spot?
Yes, sir.
And you say you made contact with the vehicle. What exactly did you do?
So I got behind it, I activated my emergency equipment. I stepped out of my vehicle and simultaneously black male stepped out of the vehicle.
From what door?
Driver.
All right. And did your investigation reveal whether there was anyone else in the car at that time?
Based on that time, there was no one else in the car.
Okay. So he gets out simultaneously to you getting out of your patrol car. Are you producing anything from somewhere on your belt at that point?
Yes, based on the fact that it was with the vehicle and all that, I pulled my firearm out and gave verbal commands.
Now, at that point, did you have knowledge through either Lieutenant Cheek or other officers as to why that car was wanted or what it was in relation to, what kind of investigation?
Yes, sir.
And what did you know at that point?
At that point, through running the vehicle through Florida's database, the CIC database for license plates, it came out as a vehicle involved in, I believe, a homicide, if I remember what the hit was.
Okay. Now, were you aware at that point, when you were in your vehicle at that time, of the murder of an individual who had a celebrity name of Julio Foolio?
Yes, through just social media, but yeah.
Did you associate the two things? That car was wanted in relationship to that homicide?
Yeah, I basically put it together on my own, based on it was Tampa and the date of entry.
All right.
I believe it was probably 3 days or some change after the fact.
They all.
Did you know that
still
firearms
young.
had been involved in that homicide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is that one of the reasons you pulled your duty sidearm?
Yes, sir.
When you produced your sidearm and you were exiting your car, did you point it at the suspect that was getting out of the Chevy Cruze?
I did.
Did you give him verbal commands?
Yes, sir.
What type of verbal commands?
I believe I said, let me see your hands. Just try to get compliance from him verbally.
Did he comply?
No.
What did he do?
He decided to run.
When he ran, did you run towards him or take off?
Once he ran, I gave chase.
All right. So you're chasing him. What happens?
As we're chasing, I drew my department-issued taser 7 at that time, and deployed one set of cartridges. It appeared that he fell behind the car. It looked like he was about to get back up and run again, and I deployed a second set of cartridges.
Now, the parking spot that he was pulling into, was it near the actual building of the hotel?
Yes, it was connected to the hotel.
When he ran, did he run near the hotel or around the hotel?
Yes, he ran. He basically stayed on the side of the hotel and ran towards the back.
When you tasered him or when you deployed your taser, was that in an area that was behind a line of parked cars?
Yes.
And is that where he was running?
Yes.
Did the tasers, as far as you know, make contact with him?
The first set of probes probably did not. The second cartridge did.
Okay, we'll get to that. You deployed a second cartridge in your taser.
Yes, sir.
So if you could, just for those who don't know, with a taser, when it deploys, there are prongs, right?
Yes, sir.
Are there leads, wires that lead to the prongs?
Yes, sir.
Are the prongs designed to lodge in flesh or to try to get into the body in some way?
Yes, sir.
And do they separate as they deploy?
Yes.
What's the purpose of the separation?
So the purpose of the separation, we are taught in the academy to split the belt line. At a certain distance, the probes would, the cartridges, the probes would essentially travel like at a V formation to try to get a better spread to a person's body to achieve neuromuscular incapacitation.
So when they're deploying, they're moving in a V, so they're spreading out, and they're going to hopefully impact the body is the intent, correct?
Yes, sir. The intent is to get ideally one upper body, one to a leg.
And you indicated neuromuscular incapacitation?
Yes, sir.
NMI, I believe it's referred to?
Yes, sir.
As the suspect was running, did something appear to be happening to his pants?
Yeah, I think when he
Shut
first
up.
fell, that was probably because his pants were sagging and
Shut up.
went down.
Shut up! Shut up! They're fucking trolling him. They're trolling him in court. Sir, these are gang members. Sir, these are gang members. They're gonna come after you. Don't troll them in the way they're sagging. Dude. Oh my gosh. Sir. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta rewind, y'all. Okay, comedy in the chaos. Hold the phone. This officer, bless his heart.
Upper body, one to a leg.
And you indicated neuromuscular incapacitation?
Yes, sir.
NMI, I believe it's referred to?
Yes, sir.
As the suspect was running, did something appear to be happening to his pants?
Yeah, I think when he first fell, that was probably because his pants were sagging and went down.
Overruled, go ahead.
So you deploy a taser.
Oh, and the defense objected. Stop. The judge was like, overruled.
Overruled, go ahead.
So you deploy a taser, he falls. Do you deploy a second taser after he falls?
I do.
And is that because he's attempting to get up?
Yes,
Do you believe the second taser made impact with him, the prongs?
it did.
All right. Now, he's on the ground. Does he get back up off the ground?
After the second taser deployment?
Yes.
No, I achieved neuromuscular incapacitation.
Did other officers come to assist you at that point?
They did.
And did they point their guns at the suspect?
Yes.
Did you point your gun at him?
Yes.
Did you reholster, or what did you do with your taser?
So, in the process of running, I was in the process of holstering my department-issued firearm, and that was when I drew my taser and deployed it.
So now you're there with the suspect, other officers are there. Would it be fair to say you have him on the ground and you're surrounding him?
Yes,
Are you or other officers giving him commands?
yes.
Is he complying?
Based on the neuromuscular incapacitation, afterwards, yes, he decided to comply with all officers there and so forth.
Was he taken into custody and handcuffed?
Yes, sir.
And was he placed into a vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Was that a patrol vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Was he identified?
I had him priorly identified.
Oh, you did? Okay.
He wished not to give me his name or date of birth,
All right.
just to confirm further his identity.
Did you later confirm his identity as Rashad Murphy?
Yes, sir.
Now, later in your investigation, did you assist officers in detaining another person
Yes, sir.
that was related to the Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Did the investigation reveal that Mr. Murphy and a woman named Charmaine Steiger had checked into a room earlier that morning
Yes, sir.
in that hotel? And was Ms. Steiger detained?
Yes, sir.
And was she placed into the back of a patrol car
Yes, sir.
there at the scene?
Yes, sir.
Were you wearing and equipped with a body-worn camera on that morning?
Yes, sir.
And your agency, Gwinnett County, issued those to uniformed officers?
Yes, sir.
Now, your body-worn camera, where at that time was it mounted on your uniform?
So my previous agency, Gwinnett County Police Department, we had the main recording box, and then we had a camera that led to our shoulder, pointing forward.
Okay. So the camera's pointing off of your shoulder forward of your body.
Yeah, it was my collar. I had a collar piece at that point.
Was the camera activated when you pulled up behind the Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
When you pulled up behind the Chevy Cruze, and did you pull up in a way to attempt to pin the Chevy Cruze in between the other two cars it was parking between?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, we would tender state 64.
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, admitted.
So your body-worn camera is activated. Is it recording?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moving to published states 64. That's the interior of your patrol vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And to the right, is there a computer mounted?
Yes, sir.
Do I have sound?
Are you pulling into the hotel?
Yes, sir.
And is that the hotel on the left?
Yes.
Above your steering wheel, is that the Chevy Cruze pulling into the parking spot?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I have to rewind a second. Don't you do it. I will bust you. Don't. They want to get, okay. Lola has a problem chewing cords. She has a problem wanting to lay at my feet. My feet are under this computer desk and she wants to lay here on my feet. She's very, very, attached right now. I think this is part of this nurturing transition she's going through. I don't know, but she's staying right here. And she unplugged my microphone cord. She always unplugs my monitors, but they'll come right back on. I just have to kick the little computer down here and the cord will work right. She unplugged my mic. So that's why I had to get up. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to rewind this because I didn't get to see. I have some chew spray, but I've never used it since I'd have her. We used it with meat, but you know what? Thank you, Cindy, for that reminder. Yes, I do have some. I will have to put some on my cords.
That's the interior of your patrol vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And to the right, is there a computer mounted?
Yes, sir.
Are you pulling into the hotel?
Yes, sir.
And is that the hotel on the left?
Yes.
Above your steering wheel, is that the Chevy Cruze pulling into the parking spot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That happened fast. Got him with the taser. He dropped. He says, "Oh, I'm down. I quit."
The yellow device that's in your hand, is that the taser?
Yes, sir.
And we could see the wire hanging out of that, is that the lead?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that connects to the prong that goes into the body.
Yes, sir.
Did Lieutenant Cheek, to your knowledge, contact law enforcement here at Tampa Police Department in Tampa, Florida, to alert them to the arrest of Rashad Murphy?
Yes, sir.
May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
Anything? Tender the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, cross.
Did you ever come into contact with Alicia Andrews?
No.
You know who that is?
If I'm correct, it's the lady sitting over there.
All right. Do you know anything about her?
Objection, Your Honor, outside the scope.
I'm going to sustain the objection as to the way the question's phrased, so rephrase your question.
You don't know who Alicia Andrews is?
Objection, again, outside the scope and relevance.
World, you can answer.
Are we having a feeling of deja vu? I think we're having a moment of deja vu. We've been here before. We've done this before, guys. This defense attorney, every time, do you know Alicia Andrews?
I do not.
Was Alicia Andrews with Rashad Murphy?
No.
So she didn't run from
Objection,
you?
Your Honor. Calls for speculation as to whether she ran.
Well, I think the question was ran with Rashad Murphy, so you can answer that question.
No.
All right. Do you have any indication that Alicia Andrews was in Georgia with Rashad Murphy at any point in time?
No.
Did Rashad Murphy tell you anything about Alicia Andrews?
No.
No further questions.
Okay, redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. You don't work for the Tampa Police Department, do you?
No, sir.
And you weren't involved in the homicide investigation of the death of Charles Jones?
No, sir.
And you don't know anything about where Miss Andrews may have gone after the murder, correct? Because you don't work here in Florida and you didn't participate in the investigation, is that fair to say?
Correct.
Nothing else, Your Honor.
Okay, may this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir. You're free to go. All right, who's your next witness?
State calls Detective Angela Carter, or did you want to call?
I can call Klein.
Okay, what would you do?
Judge, we're going to call Detective Taylor Klein.
Okay.
Why, Sooth? Hey, Vibe. Welcome in, love. How are you? I don't know. I'm confused.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Right, may I proceed?
Please state your full name for the record.
Taylor Klein, K-L-I-N-E,
How are you employed?
with the city of Tampa as a police detective.
How long have you been with the city of Tampa?
A little over 10 years.
How long have you been a detective in the homicide unit?
2.5 years.
Were you, did you participate in the investigation of the homicide of Charles Jones?
I did.
Who was the lead investigator?
Detective Juan Ramos,
How is the homicide unit, how many detectives are in the homicide unit at the Tampa Police Department?
about 12 detectives.
Is there a sergeant that is in charge as well?
Yes, there is.
How many?
2.
How is a homicide case assigned at the Tampa Police Department?
So typically, we will have a person that's assigned as a lead detective. That lead detective will have an assistant, so a second detective that's helping them. And then depending upon the scene of the homicide, there could be anywhere from 2, 3, 4 detectives, depending on how big it is, how expansive it is, and how much work needs to be done.
Do you work as a unit and assist whether or not you're the lead investigator in a particular case?
Yes, that's one of our strengths. It's kind of like communal, where we all use our experience, our expertise in different areas to come together to investigate these crimes.
Who was assigned as the lead homicide investigator in this particular case?
That'd be Detective Juan Ramos.
And did he have a second to assist him in the investigation?
Yes, he did.
Who was that?
I believe that was Detective Aaron Campbell.
And is Detective Campbell, has he been promoted and is no longer in the homicide unit, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And is there a specific homicide detective that is tasked with supervising the crime scene?
Yes,
Was there one assigned to this particular case?
I believe so.
And do you know who that was?
It would be, I believe, Detective Alverson.
Now I'm going to ask you what specifically that you did. Did you yourself respond out there to the home to suites across from the University of South Florida?
I did not.
When were you assigned to assist in this investigation?
Some days later, so it would have been kind of in July.
What specifically were you tasked to do?
So Detective Juan Ramos had identified a cellular device in this case related to one of the suspects. He had done a search warrant and received timely advance of geolocational data for that device. And it was clear before this incident that it had gone to several different locations. So I identified a specific time before the homicide had occurred and went out in that area attempting to locate video confirming the devices in that area.
Okay. Did you know which suspect timing advice data that you were looking at the time?
Yes.
Whose was it?
That'd be for Alicia Andrews.
And can you tell the jury briefly what is timing advance records obtained from a search warrant from a cell phone provider?
So obviously every cell phone has a network that it's on. When you're using your phone, obviously it's using data, so it's interacting with cell sites. And cell phone companies can provide data showing general locations of where the device is at certain times when it's being used.
Okay, this may be where we get that information linking her to being there as a driver or something. Yeah.
And in this particular case, did you know when the incident occurred, the exact timing of when the shooting of Charles Jones took place at Home to Suites?
I did.
And were you aware that there was video footage of when that occurred?
Yes.
Would you also have had knowledge of when 911 calls started coming into the Tampa Police Department?
I don't remember at the time, but I'm sure that was looked at by other detectives.
So when you say you started looking at the timing advance records of Alicia Andrews' cell phone records, what time period are you looking at specifically?
So obviously this incident occurred June 23rd. So I would have been looking at about 1:25 hours that morning.
Okay. And what did you do? Where did you start?
So looking at the records, it seemed like it was in the general area of Fletcher, west of Bruce B. Downs. I've been out there several times, and I know there are a bunch of restaurants and like a gas station and different businesses that are out there.
Did you also, at that point of your investigation, have information about possible suspect vehicles that were involved in this particular case that you would have searched video for?
Yes.
What sort of vehicles were you looking for?
I was informed 2 involved vehicles. One was a silver Chevy Cruze, and the second was a black Chevy Impala.
What businesses did you go to look for video surveillance around that time period?
There was a McDonald's located in that general area.
Where was the McDonald's located specifically?
So the McDonald's would be at 2205 East Fletcher Ave, and that is on Fletcher, west of Ruby Downs.
Did you go to that location?
Yes, I did.
Did you look at?
And we have to stop and make note. We have a McDonald's today again. We've had a McDonald's the other day, but this is the same McDonald's. But again, we're talking food. So with that, y'all know we have to stop, and just for the enjoyment of the fact that we have to add commentary so I don't get struck. Okay.
At the video surveillance footage for that time period of July 23rd of 2024.
Yes, I did.
Did you locate anything of interest on that McDonald's video footage?
Yes. I was able to look at exterior cameras that were located around the business, and it's appeared that around that time a Chevy Cruze came in to the drive-thru area.
This McDonald's on Fletcher Ave, how many cameras did that McDonald's have?
A lot.
Can you tell the jury the locations of the various cameras on that particular property?
Yes, it appears that there was cameras all around the building. On the west side is where the drive-thru starts, so you can see cars as they pull up to the area to order food. It wraps around to the east side of the business. There's cameras that are pointing north and south, and then inside of the restaurant itself, there is a camera view of the cashier area as they interact with cars in the drive-thru.
Does that video footage have a date and time stamp?
Yes.
Did you confirm and verify the accuracy of the date and the time stamp on that video footage?
Yes.
How did you do that?
So I will go on time.gov, it's the official time for the government, and I will look at the live view on the camera system that I'm looking at then, and compare that with the camera or the time on time.gov to see if there's any discrepancies in time.
And was there a discrepancy from the McDonald's video footage to real time?
Yes.
How much was the discrepancy?
It was approximately 12 minutes and 15 seconds fast.
And you're saying the McDonald's time was that it was faster than what was real time, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And was the date accurate?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, we would introduce into evidence State's Exhibit 78.
Any objection?
Yes.
What's the basis?
Foundation, authentication.
Well, why don't you show it to him and have him verify that that's what the exhibit is?
Is this the McDonald's video from that Fletcher Ave location?
Yes.
Is the video footage that you have viewed, is that a fair and accurate representation of the area that the cameras around the McDonald's and in the drive-thru depict?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time we'd introduce into evidence State's Exhibit number 78.
Any objection?
Yes, no objection. Authentication is not limited. The contents in the video are what he said personality, not the area around it.
Okay. Has he viewed that exhibit before?
Judge, he hasn't viewed this particular exhibit, but he has viewed the video footage of that is contained on this particular exhibit.
Okay. Overrule the objection. Go ahead.
Sir, did you testify that you had located that Chevy Cruze that was a suspect vehicle in this particular case?
Yes.
And were you aware whether or not that silver Chevy Cruze had been depicted in other video footage that was captured at the actual crime scene and other clubs that were involved in this investigation?
Yes, that information was relayed to me. It wasn't the first person I didn't watch videos from other places.
And sir, can you tell us what is the street that is being shown outside of the McDonald's parking lot?
That's going to be Fletcher Avenue, and this business is located on the southern side of Fletcher Avenue.
And then will you indicate to the jury when you see the silver Chevy Cruze that you were looking for and that you found on this video surveillance?
Cars pulling in.
It's going to be behind this SUV, so it's the second car that's depicted on the video.
And for the record, can you note the time?
It's at 1:47:10 on the DVR time, and it's 12 minutes past 8 minus 12 minutes.
And where is this camera located at the McDonald's?
This is on the west side of the business, and this is the beginning of the line to order food through the drive-thru.
Detective Klein, please tell us where this camera angle is located on the McDonald's.
So this is going to be a little bit further to the south. This is as you go in the drive-thru and you're about to pull up to the intercom to order food.
Can you again note the time of when the silver Chevy Cruze is in place?
Yes, 1:47, and that's on the DVR time.
And where is this camera angle?
So this is on the southern portion of the building. It's looking at the drive-thru line as you order food at the intercom.
And what is the timestamp now?
Right now it's 1:47 DVR time.
And again, is that the same silver Chevy Cruze that we saw previously?
Yes.
These are boring videos. I like exciting body cam videos. Or you know, video. These are boring. For watching people go to a drive-thru, I'm sorry. I'm like, really, how long? I mean, you know, come on. To be real, it does take forever to get your food going through McDonald's. Oh, look. Okay. They're still in the drive-thru. We're going to be able to see who's in the car. Dude, I feel like I'm waiting on McDonald's.
Sir, after you left the McDonald's, did you go to any other businesses in that area?
I went to a couple of other businesses in the general area, but was not able to locate any video that had any evidentiary value to this case.
At some point, did you go to the Truth 18 Plaza?
Yes.
There you go. Quarter pounder. On the replay crew, put in the bottom what you like. Big Mac or quarter pounder. If you have to choose one, if you're going through McDonald's, you're on my replay crew, you're going through McDonald's, what are you going to choose? Big Mac or quarter pounder? There we go.
When did you go to that location?
It would have been 2 different days, the 3rd of July and the 5th of July.
Why did you go to that location?
We were given information by the lead detective, Detective Ramos, that the victim may have been in this general area before the homicide had occurred.
Were you working with other detectives when you went to that location?
Yes, I was.
Who were you with?
Detective Lipsky and Detective Wheelan.
Did you locate video footage where Truth 18 was located?
Yes.
I would just ask witness not to read off his report.
Okay, so you just need to testify from your memory, and if you need to refresh your recollection by looking at your report, you just need to tell us that you're doing that, and so take a moment, look at your report, refresh your recollection, and then continue testifying, okay?
Again, what day did you go to Truth 18?
That's fine. You can look at your report to refresh your recollection.
2 days, the 3rd of July and 5th of July.
Okay. On the 3rd of July, did you notice any sort of cameras at that location?
Yes.
What is the address of Truth 18? Again, if you need to refresh your recollection by looking at your report, go ahead and then let me know when it's refreshed.
So it's a complex located at 4819 East Bush. There's a bunch of different businesses there. It's like a little strip mall.
Okay. Is that located here in Hillsborough County?
Yes.
Do you know approximately how far Truth 18 is located from Home to Suites?
Off the top of my head, it's probably a mile or two away.
And were there any businesses that had surveillance video of that strip plaza in which Truth 18 is located?
Yes.
What businesses had video footage?
So the nightclub itself had a DVR system with cameras, and then the complex itself had camera systems that kind of monitor just the general areas, and that was in a hair salon that was located within the property.
What was the name of the hair salon? If you need to refresh your recollection, you may do so.
Habib's Hair Design.
Okay. And did that business have video cameras that pointed to the parking lot of that strip plaza in which Truth 18 is located, as well as...
Okay. This is just me talking. They really should not have put the name of that salon out there. Considering that this is a trial about gang retaliation and stuff, telling where they got those cameras from like this, I'm sorry, I'd be scared for those people at this point. If you want to know my honest truth, I will be frightened for those people. If anything happens at that location, mark my word.
The stairway leading up to the entry to Truth 18.
Yes.
Were you able to locate video footage from June 23rd of 2024 that captured the victim, Charles Jones, and members of his entourage friends entering that location?
So in this instance, I downloaded just a block of video. I didn't necessarily examine it and look for the contents. It was just kind of like, we just need to secure this and then we can review it at a later point.
And so was that blockage of video footage, did you provide that eventually to Detective Ramos?
Yes, it did.
What sort of blockage of time did you get from that business containing that area that we've talked about?
Basically from the time this incident occurred, the homicide, and a couple hours before.
And when you were there, did you confirm or verify, or one of the detectives with you confirm the date and the timestamp of the video footage from the Truth 18 strip plaza?
Yes, we did.
How off was the time for the video? If you need that to refresh your recollection, absolutely.
So we found that the video was 22 hours, 45 minutes, and 9 seconds fast.
And did you relay both that information and the video footage to the case detective in this particular case?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I have one moment?
Yes.
Your Honor, we pass the witness.
For that, video camera was off 22 hours, 45 minutes, and 9 seconds. Someone fix your camera. Even my camera, my camera, I don't ever mess with them, but they're, how do you get it? How does the time get off on a camera like that? Aren't they all like interweb connected and stuff. How does the time get off? I'm confused.
Okay, and this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Free to go. Okay, do you guys need a quick comfort break or you want to keep going? Good? Okay, I think we're good. All right.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, you may proceed.
May it please the court. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Would you please state your name?
I'm Detective Angela Carter,
And how are you employed?
Gwinnett County Police Homicide Unit.
How long have you worked for Gwinnett County Police?
Since October of 2016, so 9 years.
9 years. And how long have you been in the homicide unit?
Since September 2021.
Okay.
And I've been in investigations since March of 2020.
So you were an investigator in another area of the agency before homicide?
Yes.
Ma'am, are you certified under state of Georgia guidelines as a law enforcement officer?
Yes.
And did you attend a police academy at the beginning of your career?
Yes.
Since you've been in homicide, in addition to periodic and annual qualifications that you have to attend and complete for your certification as a law enforcement officer, have you completed and attended other training in relation to homicide investigations?
Yes, I have.
Right, so I'm going to call your attention to the morning of June 26 of 2024. Were you requested by a supervisor to respond to some location in reference to this case?
Yes.
And was that in the city of Norcross?
Yes.
And who was it that contacted you?
My sergeant, Michael Poppy.
Is Sergeant Poppy, is he Detective Sergeant of Homicide?
Yes, he is.
And where, do you recall where you responded to?
Yes, 5945 Oakbrook Parkway in Norcross, the Big Mountain Hotel.
Now, what time of day was this?
I got there around 9 o'clock in the morning.
All right, and where were you responding from?
My house, I had just dropped my son off for school.
And were you on the way to work in any event?
Yes.
When you arrived on scene at that location, were there other officers there?
Yes.
Did you make contact with them and with your sergeant?
Yes.
He was there at the scene?
Yes.
And after speaking with them, were you alerted to the fact that an individual named Rashad Murphy had been taken into custody?
Yes.
Was there another individual there on the scene that was in the back of a patrol car?
Yes.
And were you alerted that that person's name was Charmaine Steiger?
Yes.
After arriving and speaking to your supervisor, did you make contact with her?
I did.
Did you actually walk up to the patrol car and open the door and speak with her through the door?
I did.
And at some point, did you request that she come with you to a precinct office?
Yes.
Did she agree to go?
Yes.
And once at the precinct office, did you end up interviewing her or attempting to interview her?
I interviewed her.
Okay. Did it come to your attention during that time that a cell phone had been located within the Chevy Cruze?
Yes.
And you were alerted when you came to the scene that Mr. Murphy had been detained after getting out of the Chevy Cruze?
Yes.
And that the Chevy Cruze was related to an investigation of a homicide here in Tampa?
Yes.
Was that phone that was found in the Chevy Cruze, was it brought to you by another officer?
Yes, it was.
When you received it, was it open and running?
Yes.
Was there an app or an application that was running on the phone?
Yes.
What type of application?
Maps.
So is that
Navigation.
a navigation application? Okay, that can be utilized as navigation or GPS.
Correct.
And had Ms. Steiger given you consent and permission to...
Girl, Cindy, we've been seeing angry eyebrows all over these YouTube streets lately. This lady is just fitting right in, ain't she?
go and obtain the phone and bring it to that location? Okay. Once you had it there with you, did you provide it to her to look at?
Correct.
All right, and she had asked to look at her phone.
Yes.
And after looking at it, did some message pop up that you actually visualized and saw on the screen?
Yes,
Did it have the name Julio Foolio on it?
yes,
And after looking at that message, did Ms. Steiger tell you she no longer wanted to look at the phone?
yes,
And at some point around that time, did you seize the phone?
I did.
Why did you do that?
To preserve evidence, because based on the content and evidence and conversations we had had at that point, I believed that there was evidence in the phone. It's very
yeah.
easy to wipe
Yes.
data off phones and delete it.
Did you at some point, or was at some point that phone provided to another officer within the Gwinnett County Police Department for analysis or extraction?
Yes,
The phone was provided to this person to conduct a Celebrite extraction, is that correct?
a forensic download.
A forensic download, all right. And that's using software that is connected to the phone?
Yes, they use a program called Breakkey. They do a download of the phone, and then they put it into a Celebrite reader so we can review the content.
Okay, so that's a parsing application or software?
Yes,
And was that a Corporal Harden that conducted or attempted to conduct that download?
he did. He can.
All right. Now, did you have contact with detectives who were in route from Tampa up to Atlanta?
Yes,
And from that point forward, were you in communication with Detective Juan Ramos?
I was.
Was it brought to your attention that there was some difficulty trying to extract information from the phone?
Yes.
And why was that?
They had plugged up the phone to start the download with Breakkey, and it failed twice. So they wanted to leave it running all night, and they put it on a charger. Well, when it's being extracted with Breakkey, they have to use like so everyone can see. They have to plug it in through the charger, so they can't actually charge the phone. That way they had it on a wireless charger. So when they came back in the next morning, the phone had died, and they didn't know why. The case was still on it, and when they took the case off the phone, they realized that the back of the phone was damaged, so the wireless charger wasn't working.
All right, and for the record, you were showing the jury in the courtroom the charging port. Yeah.
What it was called at first.
And so the phone had a case on it similar to what you have on your phone, it
Correct.
appears. And when that case was removed, a protective case removed from the phone, there was damage noted.
Yeah, and that's what caused it to die, and the wireless charger not to work.
All right. And was there some information, though, that was extracted from the phone?
Yes, they were able to get a BFU, which is a before first unlock.
Was that provided to you?
Yes,
And did you start reviewing that information?
I did.
How did you do that?
Plugged it into my computer and opened Celebrate.
You have a Celebrite application on your computer?
No, it comes in the download.
In the download, okay. And that allows parsing or allows you to be able to read and review the information?
Yes.
While you were reviewing that and going through it, were you collecting images and information and communicating that information to Detective Ramos?
Yes.
And were you communicating and sending that to him through some electronic means?
Yes.
And what was that?
Phone, email, talking on the phone,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Were you assisting with this investigation?
At that time, yes.
Okay. Now, you've indicated that you were viewing images. Did you, in fact, take snips or record in some way the information that was on the computer screen?
Yes.
All right. That's it. I got one moment now.
Yes. To the jury room, we'll be with you momentarily.
All right.
Okay, so is it corporal, detective?
Detective, but I'm corporal.
Okay, so currently it's corporal?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Since you've not yet been cross-examined, while we're on this break, you can't talk to anybody, including the prosecutors, about anything related to this case. So you're welcome to sit there, but you don't have to. So it's up to you. Okay, so very good. So you're getting your exhibits cleaned up, and then they're not calling Robert Howard. Are you all,
So that's an issue. Yesterday, I subpoenaed him.
yeah,
So if they're not calling, we want to call him.
that's why I'm asking.
He's at the jail.
So he won't be shipped. Was he written here?
Yes, she was.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that there's something that can be placed in the.
I am notifying the clerk right now. So Mr. Howard can go back today, but he's not to be released from the Hillsborough County Jail. Okay? He needs to stay here through, at this point, at least through October 31st. Okay?
Your Honor, we could also address the visit that occurred with Mr. Howard. I did have an opportunity to speak with him this morning, learning that that happened.
What visit?
I went to see him last night.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Howard is represented by counsel. Apparently that did come up in conversation, and that counsel was not present or notified of the meeting itself. Additionally, there were some concerns by Mr. Howard, at least related to me, about whether he was being recorded either by video or audio by the defense attorneys at that time. If that's the case, ask for an instruction from the court for that to be destroyed.
Well, I can say it's not recording, audio or visual. I don't know where he's getting that idea from. But I did go and see him. I just said I subpoenaed him. I went to jail myself to subpoena him because I saw the state tear down the witness list. And I was concerned that they might not call Robert Howard, so.
Okay, that's fine. So you're, as an officer of the court, you're saying that there was no surreptitious recording of Mr. Howard?
I would have no reason to record it.
Looking at this screen right now makes me realize how tiny Alicia Andrews is. Look how small she is compared to all these other people around her. She looks like a 15, 16-year-old kid standing here. Wow. So Mr. Howard, Robert Howard, they're subpoenaing him. He's in jail and he has to stay there until the 31st at least.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I didn't record it.
Okay, he says he didn't record.
Understood, Your Honor. The questioning that took place also was without the presence of Mr. Howard, because he was asked questions.
Well, Mr. Howard, but without his counsel.
Excuse me, because his questions not only about this case, but his federal case or potential exposure on that.
I didn't.
It's what was relayed to me. I was not there, Your Honor, so I can only relay
Right.
what the witnesses provided to me this morning.
I didn't tell you what I did ask him. The first question I asked him was whether he's represented in this case, as a victim's rights attorney or anything like that. He said no. And then I asked him, are you represented in your federal case? He said yes. I asked him, are you represented in your state probation case? He said no. I did not ask him about his exposure.
Whoa, Mr. Howard. Wait. Mr. Howard's got issues. He's got a federal case and he's got a probation case. What? What?
Rights attorney or anything like that. He said no. And then I asked him, are you represented in your federal case? He said yes. I asked him, are you represented in your state probation case? He said no. I did not ask him about his exposure. He then asked me, am I in any trouble? Do I need to be represented in this case? And I said, you're not in trouble. Because he thought that maybe because I asked him the question whether he had representation, that maybe the state was coming after him for some reason. And I told him, you're not in any trouble in this case. I don't know anything about your other cases, but that's it. I didn't ask him about his exposure in this federal case.
Okay, so what are you asking?
Only that in advance of this testimony next week, that if the defense is going to call him, we employ the same procedures we typically do, which is both sides meeting, discussing the impeachable issues as far as prior, suspending cases, those types of things before Mr. Howard takes a stand.
Okay.
That's the moment.
Well, you have to disclose any impeachment material. You don't have to, I know, you don't have to go over your strategy, but if you are intending to impeach him with anything, you just have to make sure it's been disclosed, or is otherwise no.
He was deposed in the case. The state was present. He had a paper copy or the digital copy. I have it. So.
Okay, so I guess what I'm hearing is if he made any statements to you when you met with him last night that you're going to use to impeach him, you have to disclose it.
There were none.
Okay, they're not going to use any statements that were made when Mr. McLyman met with him last night. Okay, so we should be good on that. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Get going. So, yeah, I thought, well, from my perspective, I thought there was some glare on it, but then again, I'm not looking at it straight on. So, are you going to off some?
Okay, get the jury in. We're ready.
Let the jury know we're just working on the glare situation.
You can sit.
there a little bit. Yeah, it's going across.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
State 65B Publishing. Was this an image that you also recorded and forwarded to Detective Ramos?
Yes.
And did you send the prior image to Detective Ramos?
Yes.
65A, all right. Now, in this photograph, this appears to be a photograph of possibly a crime scene with some officers in the scene.
Yes.
And was there a video, or I'm sorry, a music link attached to it for Young and Ace?
Yeah, it's a screenshot of what looks like an Instagram post, and when you post something on your story on like Instagram, you can tag and insert a video or a song with it, and that's what that is right there. It says "Don't Know Why" by Young and Ace.
Okay. And this is a date, this has a date of June 19, 2024, 5:29:21 p.m. with, again, UTC plus 0 markings.
Yes.
Is that the date that would have been found or recorded on the phone?
I believe it was a screenshot. That's the day it was screenshotted.
Screenshotted, all right. Now, 65C, and I think now we're dealing with a photograph of Rashad Murphy, is that correct, his DL?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I want to say yeah, but it looks like it, but the name is very blurry. I can't.
Okay. And this is an identification card?
Yes, it is.
A Florida identification card, all right. So, let me, maybe if I bring it up and show it to you. You can read, and I know it's a little blurry. Do you see the name Rashad Travion?
Yeah, I can see Travion very well.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen this before, so I know it's Rashad Murphy's, but I just wanted to make sure.
And it's potentially on this identification card, it's the last name Jakur and not Murphy. It's a different last name.
Okay, yeah, I can't see it.
Okay. Can I approach the witness again? Your Honor?
Yes.
And this is 65C that we've been publishing, right below my finger.
Okay. But Murphy's up here, right? I think that's what I'm saying. It's really blurry. I don't want to answer incorrectly.
Yeah, sustain us to speculation.
Okay. 65C, do you see the name Murphy above that?
Yes.
Okay. And you've seen this image previously when you were viewing it on the screen of your computer?
Yes.
And that is an image of Rashad Murphy?
Yes.
State 65D is in Delta Publishing. Was this an image that you found with associated information in the partial extraction?
Yes.
What is this image?
It's a screenshot of a contact.
What is the contact? Is there a name on it?
Yes, it's Goodaman.
Is there a phone number associated to the contact?
Yes.
What is the phone number?
904-309.
And in the information as far as this image, is it recorded as to when that was placed in the phone?
Yes, June 22nd, 2024.
Is this an image that was found in the partial extraction? And this is state 65E is an echo.
Yes.
Does this appear to be a photograph?
Yes.
What's in the photograph?
A black boot, black pants, a bag that has a charger, 305s, and a straight talk phone.
Okay. 305s are cigarettes?
Yeah.
All right. And is there a time and date as to the recording of that image?
Yes, it's June 22nd, 2024 at 7:09 a.m. in UTC time.
In UTC. So that would be 4 hours ahead as far as Eastern Standard Time?
Sustain us to leading. Rephrase
Would
your
there be an
question.
offset between Eastern Standard Time and UTC?
Yes.
What is that?
4 hours.
Universal Time Code, is that UTC?
Yes.
State 65F is in Foxtrot, Publishing. Was this another image that was in the partial extraction?
Yes.
What is in the image?
Rifle.
Are you familiar with the AR platform?
Somewhat, yes.
Does that appear to be an AR platform rifle?
Yeah.
And is there a time associated to the collection of that image in the phone?
Yeah, it's June 20th, 2024, 3:02 a.m. in UTC time.
State 65G is in Golf. Was this an image that was on that extraction?
Yes.
Can you tell the jurors what this image is?
It is a screenshot of a message through Airbnb.
Okay. I'm going to try to zoom in on it so we can read it. Now, if you could start at the top, does there appear to be a name associated to the message?
Yes.
And what is the name?
The person that they're writing to is Rashad.
Okay. What is the name of the person on the top that is sending the message?
Anthony.
All right. Can you read the message for us?
Yes. Hello, Rashad, and thanks for your reservation. I wanted to confirm right away your reservation at Lagoon Oasis starting on June 22nd, 2024 to June 24th, 2024. If you need any additional information, please do not hesitate to ask. You'll receive check-in instructions 2 hours before 3 to 5 p.m. on the day of your arrival through an email titled Lagoon Oasis Check-in Instructions. Our HOA requires for security purposes that all guests booking with us provide a valid ID through the Airbnb message portal. Failure to comply with this request will apply our cancellation policies. Regarding early check-in, if we finish preparing the room for you early, we will let you know so that you can check in early. There's an additional cost of $20 payable through the resolution. I look forward to hosting you.
Was there information recorded in the extraction showing when this was actually sent to the phone?
Yes.
And so you have a good opportunity to read that. Can you read for us the date it was created and the time?
June 22nd, 2024 at 8:11 a.m. UTC time.
This information was being relayed to Detective Ramos from the Tampa Police Department?
Correct.
Did you at some later time, Corporal, transport Charmaine Steiger's phone to the city of Tampa?
I did.
How did you go about doing that?
I personally transported it on a plane
On a
and gave
plane?
it to Detective Ramos.
Did you actually meet him at the Tampa airport?
I did.
May I have one moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'll tender the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Cross.
All right, your involvement in this case, just want to get what your involvement was. You work in Georgia.
Yes.
And were you a sort of a supervisor of the individuals that were working in Georgia?
No, my sergeant called and asked me to come.
Okay. And so who was supervising the operation in Georgia?
We don't really have like a supervisor. I mean, I kind of became the main point of contact, but the way we work on the unit, we just all do stuff together.
Okay.
So there's no real like supervisor.
All right, no problem. But I guess, part of the investigation entailed you holding onto a phone, right?
Correct.
The phone that was inside of the cruise?
Yes.
And who had that phone?
Inside the cruise?
Yes. Do you know who had access to the phone?
Both of them, I believe.
Both?
Both Charmaine and Rashad.
Okay, so both Rashad and Charmaine. Were there any other phones recovered?
No.
This image, this is State's Exhibit 65B. You mentioned this on direct, right?
Yes.
You know the significance of it?
I only did it, at the time, I was still getting filled in on all the details, and I remember they had told me that there was like some beef between the victim in this case and another rapper named Young and Ace. So I was just going through it and then taking notes.
Okay.
So I just put this in there.
Understood. This exhibit, this is State's 6.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just had like the biggest side rail in the middle of all this shit. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest and I'm gonna show y'all what just happened. Okay, I'm gonna share this. Somebody just posted this in somebody's Discord. Monkeys on an overturned truck were not infected with hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID.
Why? Just to make a quota? Absolutely. It's something directly.
I don't even know what this is. Let's go back. Oh, look, here's the truck. I'm sorry, y'all. This just derailed my whole life. This thing popped up and I went, wait, what? And then I seen somebody type in there about, they thought it happened in Florida. But it was carrying rhesus monkeys from a testing facility from Florida, Tulane to in New Orleans, Louisiana. It was originally said to be carrying all this stuff, and they were described as 40-pound and aggressive to humans, requiring personal protective equipment to handle. Officials said if the monkeys left the wreck site, they must be shot. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all know me. We have squirrel moments, and this was just a squirrel moment. And that is the wrong one.
D. You see the name Gutterman there, correct?
Yes.
Do you know who Gutterman is?
I did that back then. Yeah, I do now too. Sorry.
Okay. Is it Isaiah Chance?
Yes.
At least that's what the evidence tells you?
That's what I was told, yes.
Right. And that phone number there, do you know if that phone number 904-309-4707, if that belonged to Isaiah Chance?
I don't know. I don't think I did any additional research on that phone number. I just remember them asking for the name Gutta when I was going through the phone.
Okay, but for sure, that number does not belong to Alicia Andrews. Is that correct?
I have no idea.
All right. But at least there's no evidence that you have that would suggest that that phone number belongs to Alicia Andrews.
Yeah, I have no evidence.
All right. Showing 65E.
No evidence that
State 65E.
So there was no evidence that phone belonged to Alicia. Okay.
This photograph, do you know who is depicted in this photograph?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good, you're good. Do you know whose foot or leg is depicted in this photograph?
I don't.
Okay. You're not sure that's Rashad?
I was gonna say, sir, you're asking dumb questions again. You're like we can look at a leg with pants on and shoes on and go, oh, that's Joe Blow's leg. Excuse me? No, you can't.
Or Davion?
No, I can't see them. I can't see their face.
Okay. And then what about the, I guess the significance of the photo itself? Do you know what this photo signifies?
So I took note of this because I had seen the surveillance footage and it matched the clothing. And there were also some like jail calls later that mentioned the straight talk phone.
Okay.
Well, they didn't say a straight, they taught, what do they didn't want it to be tracked like an untraceable phone. I can't think of what
They call it like a burner phone?
Yes, burner phone.
All right.
Or trap phone or something.
Okay. But none of that conversation was surrounded with Alicia Andrews, correct?
No.
This is 65F, state 65F. That AR that you see there, I guess there may be two weapons there, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Were any of these recovered?
I don't know.
All right. So do you know if these were used in the murder?
I don't know.
And do you know if any of these weapons have anything to do with Alicia Andrews?
I don't know.
The last portion of the exhibit, 65G, that we saw earlier. All right. The person sending this message, it looks like an Anthony, is that correct?
Correct.
At the very top, you see Anthony?
Yes.
And then it's sent at 3:55 a.m., correct?
Yes, that's what it says on there, yes.
All right, and this is an email that you receive when you book an Airbnb with Anthony, right?
Through Airbnb, yeah.
Okay, through Airbnb, this is Anthony's email.
Yes, to
All
Anthony's property.
And this email is directed to Rashad?
Yes.
Rashad Murphy?
Yes.
Not Alicia Andrews?
No.
And this date, the dates for this booking, this Airbnb booking, are June 29th to June 24th, is that?
He's trying to say because it was Rashad done under Rashad's name that has nothing to do with Alicia. So, okay.
Correct?
No.
Oh, I'm
June
sorry.
22nd to June 24th.
Yeah, our numbers. June 22nd to June 24th, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and it also states on there that all guests booking with us provided valid ID through the Airbnb message portal. Do you see that?
Yes.
All right, and do you know if Alicia Andrews' ID was ever provided?
I don't know, because I went through the download before I learned of her name, and then I gave it to Detective Ramos. So when I was going through it, it was just the initial stuff I had at the time. I didn't know her name, so if there is her ID in the phone, I wouldn't have remembered it.
Understood. You conducted an interview with Charmaine Steiger?
I did.
That's the woman who was with Rashad Murphy?
Yes.
In Georgia?
Correct.
And Charmaine Steiger is his girlfriend?
You're
Child's mother.
back.
Child's mother?
Yeah.
You're back. Earlier, you were, I'm here. Now you're, I'm back. Make up your mind. What do you want me to call you? TCN, I'm back, I'm here. And look who else popped in. It's Cara. Hey, love. Glad you're here. And yes, if you rewind, I kind of lost my shit. I had some funny faces, and then I had to talk about it because y'all be posting wild stuff in Discord some days. I love you, girl.
They were together?
At the time, yes.
All right. And Charmaine Steiger does not live in Georgia, correct?
Correct.
Neither does Rashad Murphy.
Correct.
They both live in Jacksonville?
Correct.
And they both live together in the same home at the time?
You're back to, okay, Vibe. Oh, I'm going to keep you as Vibe, though. We won't call you back. You had to leave for a bit. That's okay. We're all here. We're just hanging out. We're just watching this train wreck of a trial.
I think she said he had just started staying there. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. She said it was complicated.
All right. But they ended up in Georgia, what is this, the day after the murder?
No, it was the 26th, I believe.
A few days after the murder, you all found them in Georgia?
Correct.
Do you have any reason to be in Georgia?
Judge, objection, speculation.
If she knows, do you know?
I found an address associated with them, but I don't know, or associated with Rashad, but other than that, I don't know.
All right. Rashad is supposed to have been in Florida, in Tampa, Florida, during the time of this murder. Is that correct?
Correct.
Charmaine Steiger told you she was with him in Jacksonville on the day of the murder.
Sustain the objection. Sustain.
Can we come sidebar? This is a non-hearsay statement, Judge. It's not the truth of the matter asserted.
The judge again, y'all. He asked for a sidebar again, and the judge said no. Y'all, this judge she is not having it. She is not having it.
And Steiger told you she was with him in Jacksonville on the day of the murder.
Sustain the objection. Sustain.
Can we come sidebar? This is a non-hearsay statement, Judge. It's not for the truth of the matter asserted.
No. Sustain the objection.
Judge ain't having it.
Charmaine Steiger never got arrested, right?
I don't think so.
No further questions.
Okay, redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. Corporal, you indicated that we just all do stuff together when you're conducting investigations. Were you talking about you and the other detectives in the homicide unit?
Yeah, we just all kind of take tasks and do it.
You work as a team?
Yes.
The photograph of the clothing states 65E. Of the leg with the boot on, the bag with the charger, the cigarettes, and the burner phone. The clothing you indicated matched the descriptions from the surveillance videos from the murder.
Correct.
Okay. I don't have anything else, Your Honor.
All right, may this witness be excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Rita?
Honor.
All right, do you have any other witnesses?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, we need to recall Officer Vega.
Okay.
Okay, they're bringing Vega back. I wonder why they're gonna bring Vega back.
Vega, you remain under oath from when you were previously sworn.
Your Honor, we would tender state 63A as an alpha through I as in India.
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, admitted.
Moving to publish 63A. Officer Vega, do you recognize that individual?
Yes, sir.
Is that the individual that you arrested that got out of the Chevy Cruze?
Yes, sir.
Is that Rashad Murphy?
Yes, sir.
Is that the way he appeared that day?
Yes, sir.
Are those the jeans he was wearing?
Yes.
The Chevy Cruze, was it impounded and taken to a facility related to the Gwinnett County Police Department?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you state 63B. Is that a photo of the hood and the front end of the car?
Yes, sir.
And 63D. Does that appear to be the driver's side of the car?
Yes, sir.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, any
Thank you,
recross?
officer.
No.
No, you don't. We only allow singing on Friday nights. So it's not Friday night, so you can't sing. Friday nights, we have singing because you'll hear Hector in the background, Son, because I know it's not you. And you'll hear Hector in the background. And then we get to the point of the night where he's like, oh, it's time for Sheila to get off the computer because she has to come enjoy her husband. And we hang out and listen to music. Singing is Friday nights. But I'll drop a link.
Okay, all right. May this witness now be excused.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good, thank you. All right, any additional witnesses?
No, you're not. No, Your Honor, not at this time.
Okay, all right, so good news for you all anyway. It's
Okay, they're done for that day. So we switch over. We're on day 4 now. This is what I was waiting for. Day 4, because I hear day 4 gets really, really good. Let's see. Let me play with all my buttons. Y'all know I got to get everything adjusted. Oh, look, she looks all pure. She looks, look at that hairstyle, all slick. And just the light green, and yeah, I don't know. Well, Kara, it's easy to squirrel me. It's very easy to squirrel me, and it happens often. Cindy throws squirrels in the chats to keep me in line sometimes.
All right.
All right, very good. Thank you. Everyone have a seat. Welcome back. So,
We don't need to
everybody
hear
talk together. We've attended.
We don't need to hear it. Get to the witness.
Truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, you may proceed.
Please state your full name for the record.
Alicia Kaufman, Kaufman.
Ms. Kaufman, how are you employed?
I'm a crime scene investigator with the City of Tampa Police Department.
How long have you been a crime scene investigator?
About 15 years.
Back on June 25th of 2024, did you respond to the Tampa Police impound lot to assist with processing a vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that pursuant to a search warrant that was obtained by law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you working alongside homicide detectives?
Yes, ma'am. It would be, believe, Detective Alverson and Detective Kirkpatrick.
And was the vehicle that you were processing, was that the black Dodge Charger belonging to the victim, in this case, Charles Jones?
I do know that it was a Charger, but at that point in time, I didn't know who actually it belonged to.
What was your role when processing that black Dodge Charger?
I was advised by the detectives that the first portion of the search warrant had been completed, the swabs, other photographs, etc., and my sole job was going to be to photograph further and document the damage and potentially pull any projectiles from that vehicle.
So there had already been a crime scene investigator who had already done those things that you have just mentioned, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How did the vehicle appear then when you came to the impound lot?
It was in one of the secured bays, and it had...
Ma'am. She's got gremlins in her throat, y'all. I swear she's got gremlins in her throat. Stop the coughing. Stop the coughing.
What we would call as yellow markers or yellow stickers. They look like little rulers. They have our police department logo on them. And with that being on there, that indicates to me that something had either been notated or prior photographed and documented.
And you said the detectives briefed you that they had already had the vehicle processed for swabs for DNA. Is that correct?
Yes, that they had already gone through the entire vehicle.
As well as the...
I was looking for my cough drops, or not my cough drops, but my little sanitizer thing that's in the thing. But that's on the crime channel. I don't have. I'm not monetized over here. I don't have my little sanitizer. I was looking for. I was going to put my sanitizers in chat, but we don't have them over here yet. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there.
The photographing the damage to the exterior of the vehicle, is that correct?
That's correct.
Part of what you were documenting was that to do the interior of the vehicle and to collect any sort of projectiles or bullet fragments that were still contained inside the vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification states 68A through K. Did you previously look at all of these photographs before coming to court today?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, we would introduce into evidence 68A through KK.
Any objection?
No objection.
Admitted?
And Ms. Kaufman, do all of those photographs fairly and accurately represent the photographs that you took showing the different damage and some of the projectiles that you recovered from the interior of the black Dodge Charger?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there a projectile that you recovered from this vehicle that still appeared to be intact?
Yes, ma'am.
And where was that located?
I believe I notated it as like a hinge hood. So when you open the hood of the vehicle, in this particular case, the vehicle opened normally where the hood opens towards the windshield. And in the corner, up near the windshield of the driver's side, there's kind of a groove or a divot where the wires come. And it was right there up in that area.
Do you document with photographs that entire path, opening the hood, as well as the location and close-ups of what you've just described?
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell us what you are documenting in 68B. Let me put that down a little bit.
So in this particular photograph, that's just going to show that the hood is open. And again, those yellow stickers were there prior to my arrival.
Okay, so this is the same car we've been looking at, but they've opened the hood up. It's the same car because all the stickers and everything. Okay. All right. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was on the right car. Look, see what she do to me, y'all. Y'all, what she do? I got gremlins in my throat now. Stop it.
And can you point out where it is ultimately that you locate that projectile that's still intact?
Sure. Good to get up?
Yes, ma'am.
It's definitely a little difficult from here to see, but if you see the corner where the hinge comes to the hood, there's almost like a leaf that's orange, a little off-center, and it's right about there in that particular area.
And 68C, if you want to stand up just for these next series. 68C, is that a close-up of that area that you're talking about?
Yes. So you'll see, again, there's that hinge, or the corner, you have your hinge coming down here, and then right kind of underneath where that parallel line comes, it breaks. It's hard to see just because of the shadows, but there is a further documentation after that.
68D?
So that's going to be, you can actually...
Okay, I have to say they did very well with these photos because it really put it into, because I couldn't see it. I'm over here like trying to peep in on it, y'all. I'm channeling my inner Mrs. Kravitz.
See where it comes down, that parallel again. So we're kind of leading into this photo to show that very almost shiny metallic looking item there in the middle, kind of lower, almost in the center of the photograph there.
And then 68E.
That's my hand, just removing the projectile, again with what we would use as a measure, just basically showing it close up.
And that was the one projectile that you found still intact, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You can go ahead and have a seat.
Thank you.
Please tell me what 68F shows.
Y'all, I feel like she's side-eyeing me. Y'all see those eyes, Miss Alicia Andrews? She sure looks like she's side-eyeing us.
Excuse me. So that is going to be the driver's seat, as well as the headrest of the driver's seat.
And can you show damage from projectiles in this particular photograph?
Yes, you can actually see due to the headrest being dark colored, all of those little white spots and fragments are potential damage there.
68G, what part of the vehicle is this?
That's actually going to be the back of the driver's side headrest. You can see the steering wheel in the forward of the picture, notating that we're still on the driver's side, and then that's just an opposite, so that way we can get both sides of that headrest.
And again, in this photograph, can you see damage that has been caused by projectiles in this particular, in the back driver's seat of the headrest?
Yes, particularly if you're looking at the actual driver's seat, those two notations correct over there on the right side.
Note. Y'all know I always say family first. Mom just got up. I need to check on her. I'm going to let this play for just a second and let me check on Mom, make sure she needs nothing.
68A?
I believe that's the driver's side. Yes. That's okay. That's all right. Wanted to make sure that we have them notated and separated. That's going to be the driver's side headrest. We're looking at this particular photograph is the front once we removed it in order to actually document it better and further.
68I?
Now we're going to go in and do kind of like, again, those overalls. Now we're in a mid-range, just showing the damage as well as a marker, or as well as a measure in this one.
And then 68J, is that another close-up of 68I?
That's correct.
Did you do the same process for the back of the driver's side headrest?
Yes, ma'am.
68K?
So again, notating that we're in the back of the driver's side headrest now. Those are the same two spots that you noticed on the photograph of the seat when it was actually still intact.
And do those correspond with the holes that are in front of the headrest on the driver's side?
For the most part, it's a little difficult.
Is there kind of at an angle?
Yes.
68L, what are you documenting here?
So that's going to be the passenger seat headrest once it was removed. Again, we're looking at the front of it.
And again, is there damage caused by projectiles to the passenger seat headrest?
There is damage to the lower, if you look at the lower corner, correct, right there.
68M,
We're just kind of going in, looking at a mid-range without that measure.
68N.
And that's showing the measure with the same damage that we saw in that prior picture.
Does this show, can you see another area that's kind of damaged to the seat a little bit lower in this photograph?
Yes, it actually shows both pieces. One up by the 4 on the top of the measure and one actually closer to the 4 on the latter part of the measure.
And 68O, is that a close-up of the damage to the lower part that was displayed in 68N?
Correct.
Please tell us what is in 68P.
I believe that that is going to be the back of the passenger headrest.
What are you documenting in 68Q?
So this is going to be what we would call the B pillar of the vehicle. It's that pillar that runs between the driver or the front door and the back door. And right dead center, you'll see the actual line of the black B pillar. And then there's a giant white spot. That's a strike or potential damage. So we're just kind of getting that overall angle so that we can maneuver in so that we can see how we're moving forward in our photos.
Okay. You also see damage to the window of the driver's door, is that correct?
Correct.
And then 68R. Is that the same area in the center of the photo, just at a better angle?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you documenting in 68S?
So now we've moved to the back seats, just kind of documenting overall in the back seat at this point in time.
And what is kind of the different particles that are in the seat that are kind of green and white?
It's going to be fractured glass.
68T.
So again, we're looking in from the driver's side of the vehicle. So to the right side of the photograph, you're going to have the rear driver's seat. Moving over from right to left, then we'll have the center seat, and then obviously the rear passenger seat on the other side. And we're just documenting in this photograph the seat back as well as the seat headrests.
Can you point out which seat has damage by projectile?
Actually, they all have pretty much damage. In this particular photo, we're looking mainly at this one here, the rear driver's side, and then it's hard to see, but you'll get into the other photos and you'll see a little bit more damage there.
68U.
So this is the center of the back seat.
Then 68V.
And now we're going to be looking at the rear passenger seat back itself.
I wonder how much this car costs. Just out of curiosity. You know, what the damage that they did to this car. I want to know how much this car costs. Look, I'm going to be looking it up in the background. And by the way, during my little short pause here, Muffins, if you're listening, I'm sure if not, you'll listen later on replay. Grandma says thank you for the candle. That's what she wanted. She wanted me to come light her candle you brought her.
And in this photo, can you again see any sort of damage caused by projectiles?
Yes, up in the what would be your right shoulder area, you can see some damage there.
I'm going to show you 68X. What are you depicting in this photograph?
This is going to be damage to the rear passenger side seat, up near the top where the seat back is, or where the headrest is. You can kind of see it. It's a little faint, but it's next to the one, between the 1 and the 2 there.
And just for reference, is the tan in the photo, is that depicted back in 68B?
Yes, the tan is.
68Y.
Just a closer up photo. Again, you can see it kind of mid-range between the 2 and the 2 there.
Z.
Just some further damage. That one again is a little.
Just for general knowledge, because we like our little pop-ups on screen, the 2024 Dodge Charger, depending on the trim and condition, could be worth anywhere from $35,000 to $80,000, with the higher end reflecting performance packages like the Hellcat. Okay. That was if this was a 2024 car. I don't think they've said what year model it is as far as what this is showing. It doesn't have a specific year or model is what they're saying as far as what the Dodge Charger was, but interesting to note.
Hard to see, but it's equivalent to the 3 on the side, and then kind of below the 2, 3 marker there.
Going to 68 AA.
So that's going to be the back of the rear driver's seat once we had pulled it out and removed it.
And did you see any sort of damage or strikes to the bottom?
Not to my recollection on the bottom.
68 BB.
So that's going to be damage. I believe that's the middle seat.
Again, can you, for the record, just kind of designate where it is located in the photograph?
Sure. It's actually pretty much center in the photograph itself, at the 2 and the 2 mark there.
What is in 68 CC?
That is going to be the seats once they were removed. That's going to be your middle seat and your driver's seat. Between the center seat and the side seat.
This is because I have that luxury of zoom. We know this car is riddled with bullets. I'm going to fast. Oh, holy. What? That looks horrible. That looks awful. I was just going to say we could fast forward and get on to just the next topic because we know the car is riddled with bullets. That's horrible. You're finally home and able to completely pay attention. Well, at least you're not here. I'm here. Hey, bud. Welcome back, bud.
What are we looking at in this photograph?
So there's a lot going on here, but what we're really focusing on and depicting is the driver's side door is open. We're looking into the driver's side at the dashboard area, but we're focused mainly on that item of damage there, correct?
Okay. And is that a projectile strike that is kind of going into that dashboard area on the lower driver's side of the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
68 KK.
So now we're doing a closer up photograph of that with the measure again.
After you basically peeled back some of the seats and pulled out various parts of the car, can you tell the jury, I know that there was one intact projectile that was found in the hood area, what other either projectiles or fragments did you locate?
I did locate some other what I would call as fragments or debris, pieces of metal essentially from some of the seat rests, as well as I believe a small sliver came out of the dashboard.
The part of the back or that seat that you peeled back and you kind of saw a fragment, was that the only other thing other than the projectile that you could qualify as a fragment? Were the other pieces that you qualified as debris too small or too tiny to be able to truly discern if it came from a projectile?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I have one moment? Yes.
Okay, very good. You're free to go.
Okay, next witness.
How long have you been with the Tampa Police Department? Are you employed? Please state your full name for the record. I'll let you get situated. Sorry.
First name is Kalen Skull, S-C-U-L-L.
How are you employed?
I'm a detective with the Tampa Police Department,
How long have you been with the Tampa Police Department?
approximately 14 years.
What unit are you currently assigned to?
I'm assigned to a firearm investigations unit,
How long have you been in the Firearms Investigation Unit?
approximately 6 years.
What prior assignments at the Tampa Police Department did you have before being put in the Firearms Investigation Unit?
I was assigned to a narcotics unit and patrol with street crimes unit.
As part of the Firearms Investigative Unit, are you also a member and cross-designated as a member of the ATF Task Force?
Yes, I am.
What are you?
She did finally enter the situation. It was I wrote it down. You weren't here. Hold up, I wrote it down. Y'all know me and my writing. There was a phone that was found. There was a phone that was found, and it had Detective Carter found a phone, and that there was some messages on there, and they stopped and they preserved it for evidence. So at this point, they preserved it for evidence. They haven't gone over what the texts all were yet. And in that phone also was the reservation. So they did go over the reservation, but they haven't said exactly yet. But she did finally enter it because me and Cindy made a big deal about it. They finally brought her up and put her in the situation.
Your duties as an ATF task force officer.
We investigate violent crimes with firearm cases, commercial robbery cases, long-term trafficking cases with firearms, any violent nexus to a crime involving a gun.
Does your unit respond to homicide scenes?
Yes, we do.
What type of homicide cases does your unit respond to?
Anything that homicide will ask for our assistance on. Usually it's either mass shootings or 3 or more people, any high-profile case that they may deem may be high-profile at the time, or anything that they need assistance on from the ATF.
Did you respond to the home to suites located at 11606 McKinley Drive in Tampa, Florida?
I did.
Did you respond to that area on June 23rd of 2024?
Yes.
What time did you approximately arrive at that location?
It was just before 9 o'clock, around 8:45 or so.
Was there already law enforcement presence in the area at that time?
Yes, there was.
Can you describe the type of law enforcement presence at that time?
When I arrived on scene, I parked on Fowler Avenue in the grass area, side of the road. There was like 10 or 12 law enforcement vehicles already there. There was a large, I observed crime scene tape around the perimeter of the hotels. I saw multiple law enforcement members, crime scene vans, stuff like that.
When you first arrived, did you meet with other officers from the Tampa Police Department for a briefing?
When I first arrived, I met with the officer holding the perimeter. He had a crime scene log, so I checked in. Then went over and talked to the homicide unit, which I believe was the sergeant at the time, Rachel Cholnick, and then another detective from my unit, which is Detective Michael McNamara.
Sergeant Rachel Cholnick, she is the sergeant of the homicide division, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
And you said you also met with Detective McNamara with your unit?
I did, yes.
Were you at that time apprised of the investigation of what had occurred prior to you arriving?
Limited information. I was told that there was a deceased individual in the vehicle. I was told that he had maybe a rapper from Jacksonville area. And then there was the scene had started in the back of the hotel from where I originally arrived to meet with detective and sergeant.
What did you do at the scene?
After I was briefed on limited information, I kind of just walked the scene. I was looking for 2 other special agents with ATF. I was told that were en route. Wasn't sure if they were on scene yet or not. Went around to where the shooting had initiated, which is the front of the hotel, and met with street crime units from Tampa Police Department.
I'm going to show you it's already into Evidence States Exhibit 1. Can you take a look behind you and see that? I'm going to blow it up a little bit. You said, where did you first come in at and where did you park?
My stand? Or
Yes, absolutely.
So this is Fowler Avenue here. This little grass area in front of this is the sidewalk. This is where I parked, and this is where all the law enforcement vehicles were kind of stayed, but they could not get into the hotel itself.
Okay. And you said that you entered the crime scene, is that correct?
I did. I walked down to the grass area, walked to this opening here, which is the drive, and then met under some trees, which was, I believe it's this area here, the street on the kind of right side of the front of the hotel.
Where did you do your walkthrough?
So when I arrived and met with them, there was a black Dodge Charger that was situated between Holiday Inn and those tree lines there, which I believe is where the victim was in the vehicle. And then I kind of walked down, I saw a path of what I believe the vehicle fluid from either a radiator or a transmission coming all the way down this little grass area in between the 2 hotels, through the grass, all the way down. And I kind of made my way where the initiated shooting was, which is in front of which says Sarah's Aniga Natural Horse Training, this little overhang here.
Okay.
And then a crime scene for the street crime unit were kind of in that side of the parking lot. I met with Detective Andrew Trotter.
When you met with Detective Trotta, was there some damage to a vehicle that was pointed out to you?
There was, yes.
What sort of vehicle was it? And can you point out on States Exhibit 1, this diagram, where it was parked and located?
It was a yellow, I believe it was a Ford Bronco, or I'm sorry, maybe yellow or light orange. You can see a small little vehicle in these parking spots here. Maybe it was the second or third open available space there.
And did you note any sort of damage to that vehicle after you were alerted by Detective Trotta?
I did.
I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification, States Exhibit 17A through D. Did I previously show you these photographs?
Yes.
And do these photographs fairly and accurately represent that yellow vehicle that had sustained damage by a projectile and where it was located at the time on June 23rd of 2024?
It does.
Your Honor, at this time, we introduce into evidence States 16A through K. Any objection?
No objection.
Oh, it's 17A through K, I apologize.
Okay? Okay, admitted.
And you said previously on States Exhibit 1, it was parked in this area in the lower kind of center of the picture where there's some parking spaces near this kind of grassy field.
That is correct, yes.
What is in 17A?
That's the yellow Ford Bronco.
17B, is that a close-up of the tag?
Yes, it is.
And then 17C, in this photograph, can you see where the damage from the projectile strike is on the vehicle?
Yes.
Can you stand up and point it out where it is and describe the location?
It's directly above the gas tap door. It's a different color than the paint color, it's silver color.
This area right here?
Yes, that's what the projectile entered the vehicle.
And then 17D,
Same projectile, just a close-up of it.
and can you tell us what it is? Is there any significance to this particular photograph?
Yes, it seems the entry point of the projectile entered on the front of the vehicle toward the back of the vehicle.
So if you go back to 17C, where would be the location of the shooter when they are firing this particular projectile?
It's my belief that they were in front of the vehicle, firing toward the back of the vehicle.
And then again, going back to 17D, can you show what is the basis of that?
You can see the projectile, how it's like an arrow-type shape. It enters the vehicle on this portion here, scrapes the side of the vehicle, and actually enters the back portion.
Then I'm going to go put States Exhibit 1 again. So based on this photograph, can you kind of tell us the general area where the shooter would have been at that point when that yellow vehicle was struck?
My belief would be somewhere in this light-colored area near the parking spot in the grass, maybe either on the parking bumper, in the grass, or just in front of the vehicle itself.
You can go ahead and have a seat. After you saw the damage to that particular vehicle, did you yourself start looking for casings that could have been left behind by the shooter in that area, that general area where you believe the shooter would have had to stand in order to make that projectile strike?
I did.
Were you able to find any sort of casings in that area?
No, I was not.
You know, those casing catchers, man, they really did their job. I mean, they did have some there. You know, there was issues with all that. Sorry, squirrel.
After you saw the damage to the vehicle, did you alert the crime scene investigators so that they could take photographs and document the area as well as the damage to that vehicle?
Yes.
Were you also asked to assist in narrowing down a vehicle that was located in the Home to Suites video footage?
Yes, I was.
Were you able to look and see a vehicle that was a black Chevy Impala and asked to see whether or not you could narrow down the year of that vehicle?
I was told on scene that the belief was a later year model vehicle. My belief it was earlier than that, so I did some research on it.
Can you tell the jury how it is that you researched the vehicle and what sort of databases you're looking at to kind of narrow down the field and the year of that particular vehicle that is being showed in the surveillance video from Home to Suites?
Yeah, so I saw the video of the vehicle, realized it was a Chevrolet Impala, believed it was a between a 2006 to 2000 maybe 15 or so vehicle. Researched the generations within that Chevy model, realized it was a 9th generation model Impala. Those years were 2006 to 2013. I pulled up all of the trim levels on a 2006 to 2013 Chevrolet Impala, which are LS, LT, and LTZ, and I broke down which each exterior characteristics are for each trim. I put all those on a spreadsheet and then looked at the trims for each year, looked at the video again, and I noticed some identifiers in the exterior vehicle that were not in each year of the trim or each trim itself. I narrowed it down to an LTZ trim based on a GM emblem that is in the front quarter panel of the vehicle, which was only on 2008 and 2009. I also saw that it was the upgraded wheels on the LTZ, which is a different year than the 2007. It was a 2008 wheel because the spokes were a little bit wider. It had the rear spoiler, which is on the 2008 and 2009 vehicle. And then I noticed that it had potentially body color matching door handles from the video. There was a little bit of light on the door handles, so I wasn't sure if they were chrome or body color matching. Through the research of the LTZ, the 2008 and 2009, or I'm sorry, 2008 had body color, 2009 had chrome, so I nailed down my search to an 08 or 09 Chevrolet Impala. I then, through my research, was told that they were from Jacksonville, so I took the VIN, researched...
Let me stop you right there.
Sorry.
That's okay. So,
Y'all, I was just impressed at his knowledge rattling off all this information. I mean, I can give you the 55, 56, 57 Chevy spill, because I know those being, models that I dealt with when I was young, and then my dad had worked on. I can do all the 59 Cadillacs through 61 Cadillac. I could do all that. For this man knows his shit. He just was rattling all off. I like it.
did you have an interest in cars before becoming a member of the Tampa Police Department?
Yes.
How long have you been interested in cars?
Well, I'm 42 now, so since I was a small kid, so...
So you have talked about some different trims that are available on the Chevy Impala, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
And based on you researching the different types of features on the particular vehicle that is depicted in the Home to Suites video, you could narrow it down to the year based on the particular year and model and the features and the trim that were available that were unique to each year. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
And so far, based on the appearance of that black Chevy Impala, you said that you were able to narrow it down to 2008 and 2009. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Now, I want to ask you, now you've mentioned the VIN. Is there unique numbers in the VIN that correspond to trim features?
Yes, the 4th through 8th digit in the trim correspond to trim levels on particular vehicles.
So is that how you're able to come up with a potential VIN number for our suspect vehicle?
Yes, that is correct.
Now, I imagine there's more than one 2008 or 2009 black Chevy Impala, so are you getting more than one VIN?
Yes, I researched the VINs and broke down the LTZ trim within the VIN number and was able to verify that the trim for LTZ is the letters W and U in the VIN number.
Okay. So that is how you're coming up with a possible solution.
Y'all have no idea. I'm like going gaga over the. Y'all have no clue. I'm secretly a wrench monkey. Shh. I will get out there and I will turn that wrench. I will get dirty. I will get greasy. I will get under the car. I will change the oil. I don't need nobody. I'll do it all myself. So this is right up my alley. I'm sorry.
Selection of vehicles that may have been involved in this particular case and may be the black Chevy Impala in the Home to Suites video. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Sustain as deleting.
Okay. After you come up with the VIN, are you asked, is there a further way that you can narrow down your search to possible Dodge Chargers relevant to this investigation?
You mean Impalas?
Yeah, what did I say? Charger?
And I have to pay. Let me clarify. Me saying wrench monkey. That's what my daddy used to call me when I was little. But I was his little wrench monkey, and I would go run and I would go get all the tools for him when we were small children until we got older and were working on our own stuff as teenagers. But we would run around and get the tools for daddy. So I knew all I could pick out a 1/4 inch. I could do all that. But anyways, that's where that phrase comes from. It was something my father used to call me.
Alice.
I meant Impala. That's correct.
And can you repeat the question again? Sorry.
Yes. What did you do after you were able to get VIN numbers in the state of Florida to that particular LTZ trim of 2008 and 2009 black Chevy Impalas? How could you further narrow it down to be relevant to this particular investigation?
So I researched a website we have access to in law enforcement. It's the DMV website. I inputted 2008, 2009 Chevrolet Impala with LTZ trim black and then selected Duval County, which is overseas Jacksonville.
And why are you selecting Duval County?
I was told originally that the suspect may be from Jacksonville because the victim was from Jacksonville.
When you access that database, how many vehicles, black Chevy Impalas, did it become narrowed down to at that point?
3.
After you had 3 black Chevy Impalas LTZ trim between 2008, 2009, is there further analysis that the Tampa Police Department can do to assist in further narrowing it down?
There is. We utilize license plate readers.
Ma'am.
I provided my 3 vehicles.
But I believe it's the 10th digit, 10th letter will tell you what year the model is in the VIN number. It's a Southern thing you use. Okay. I just, the internet's a little wild these days, and I don't want to say anything, get anybody offended, and get it thrown out of line on me. I don't need no drama. And I just thought, let me correct myself.
To an analyst with homicide, who was Brittany Jackson. I told her these are the vehicles that I was able to populate and come up with, and then I was later told that there was a confirmation of a vehicle.
It's exactly how my dad was. If we were going to drive them, we had to know how to fix them. If you're going to drive it, you're going to know how to fix it, because you're going to be stuck somewhere and there's not going to be anybody that can help you. So at a very early age, I learned to change a tire. I learned all that. I could, like I said, you probably weren't in here, but I had a 74 Volkswagen van, and I rebuilt that motor so many times, but it was just a 4-bolt drop down motor. But still, it was a lesson. It was a lesson by my dad. If you're going to drive it, you're going to know how to fix it. It caught on fire. I had to redo all the wiring. It was a hot mess, but it was my hot mess.
Those 3 that actually were picked up on a license plate reader in Tampa during the weekend of the homicide, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And was that for the black Chevy Impala LTZ trim for Florida tag number 68DLWD?
Yes.
Now, does your member as the ATF task force, do you also sometimes assist in being able to collect shell casings to determine whether or not DNA can possibly be collected and identified on shell casings from a crime scene?
Yes,
Was that done in this particular case?
it was.
Were you notified that there were 31 shell casings that had been collected, 31 9mm shell casings that had been collected at this particular crime scene?
I was.
Did ATF, and your role in ATF, did they eventually collect 30 of those 31 shell casings?
Did not just say that the 10th digit of vehicle identification number signifies motor. Hello. I just Googled it just to make sure that I was right. So if they had the VIN number of the vehicle, they shouldn't have been all this. I know that the trim is listed in there as to what year and what make of it or model. Let me get my words. The trim model is listed in the VIN number also, but the 10th digit of a vehicle's identification number is the year.
They did.
And was it for what specific purpose?
The 30 were going to go to an ATF national lab for analysis. 1 was left over for other investigation purposes.
And if they are going to be tested for DNA and DNA analysis, is there a special packaging that those shell casings have to be packaged in?
There is.
Can you describe that for us?
Yeah, it's a black plastic cylinder tube. It has points inside of it that hold a casing. What that is for is so it doesn't rattle around. It can't touch any other items within a bag or anything. Basically preserves the DNA within that collection tube.
Okay. Protect the integrity of the evidence that may be contained on that shell casing. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And one of the shell casings was to remain in Tampa Police Department. Is that correct, for them to do their own testings and comparisons?
It was.
And at some point, did you assist with the transporting of the shell casings back to Tampa Police Department custody after the testing had been completed?
I did.
Can you tell the jury how those shell casings are transported from the scene, and where is the testing done for ATF?
So the typical process is we collect crime scene collects the tubes. They're put into, crime scene does their thing with the tubes. They put them in bags, package them. Then as agents and task force officers will remove those casings within their packaging, we will transport them through commercial airline to Maryland, and then directly hand them to an analyst or a biology supervisor at the national lab with ATF.
And what the lab is testing for, what is the lab testing for when they're doing this process?
Their initial process is just to see if there's presence of DNA on a casing to begin, if they have enough to move forward with further analysis.
And was that done in this particular case?
Yes, it was.
For all of the 30 shell casings that was sent to ATF in Maryland?
Yes, it was.
And was there any DNA that was found to be suitable for DNA testing or comparison to any suspect?
I'm not sure on that one.
Did you, were you the one that got back the report from the ATF lab in Maryland?
I was not, no.
Okay. Would that have been another ATF agent in your unit?
It would have been either the agent that submitted the casings or a designee with Tampa PD that he would have told the supervisor to forward the report to.
And would the case detective, Detective Juan Ramos, would he also have been made aware of the results of the ATF testing?
Yes, that is, that should happen, yes.
Your Honor, at this time, we would pass the witness.
Okay, cross-examination.
Good afternoon, Detective.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Detective. You're an ATF task force agent, is that correct?
Yes, I
That
am.
means you're employed by the county, city, but you work hand in hand with the federal government?
Yes.
All right. And you said you've been doing that for how long?
I've been with ATF for approximately 6 years.
You met the ATF agents on scene.
I did. We discussed what we were seeing that morning, what we were seeing cases, kind of go over tools we could use at the homicide.
Did police take one casing, or did Tampa Police Department contact collect special
yeah, there's openings on it, between agrees, inside these, but is held placing time is in that too.
All
Right.
on my phone. Give me just a second. It's rebooting. My internet is down, and I cannot do much from my phone because you can't share your screen from your phone, but my internet is rebooting. So if y'all could just bear with me and hold peace. Actually, let me see. I think I can do this from my phone. Just a minute. Okay, give me just a minute while this is reloading.
Breathe deep, the air is wide. Stretch your arms, let the world collide. Step outside where the grass is free. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Watch the clouds as they roll and glide. Let the sun kiss your weary side. Take a moment, let it all unwind. Find the peace that's yours to find. Walk the path where the flowers lead. Hear the whispers of a world serene. Feel the warmth of a gentle breeze. Let your troubles drift with ease. Watch the clouds as they roll and glide. Let the sun kiss your weary side. Take a moment, let it all unwind. Find the peace that's yours to find. Walk the path where the flowers lead. Hear the whispers of a world serene. Feel the warmth of a gentle breeze. Let your troubles drift with ease. Watch the clouds as they roll and glide. Let the sun kiss your weary side. Take a moment, let it all unwind. Find the peace that's yours to find. Guitar hums in a mellow tune under the glow of the afternoon. Every chord a soothing embrace, guiding you to a tranquil place. Watch the clouds as they roll and glide. Let the sun kiss your weary side. Take a moment, let it all unwind. Find the peace that's yours to find. Welcomes all. Thanks for stopping by, answering the call. Ups and downs are normal for some of us. Many days I bet to get off this life bus. Neon lights flicker, my shadow on the wall. Dreams on the ceiling, we run and then we fall. Sharing stories over paper cups. Wheels keep turning, but never enough. Life's a ride on a rickety old track. Holding on tight, never looking back. In the rubber Ramada room, we could fight. Laugh, cry, love, and this crazy ride.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to have to end the stream because... Let me take down this. Okay. So, unfortunately... I'll just put me up here. Here I am on my little bitty screen. I don't know how to change the setting. I don't know how to do anything. My internet is down. It is down in my house. So now I'm stuck. And I can't do this from my phone. So with that, I'm going to have to peace out. And I'll come back later. It is paused. And as soon as my internet gets back up, we'll come back. So I'm going to have to end it until then. So hopefully I will see y'all soon. I don't know what else to do. It is what it is. I appreciate you all for being here and being so patient. How did I come up with rubber Ramada? That's a good question. Rubber Ramada is actually, I'll just sit here and talk for a minute while I'm seeing if this thing refreshes. Rubber Ramada comes from back in the mid 90s when Yahoo Chat was available. We used to have what we called the Rubber Ramada room in the Yahoo Chats. And that was for people with mental health issues. And we all sat and we talked about our mental health issues. And y'all, I think my internet just came back up. Let me see if I can refresh it on my computer. Hey, I'm fixing to be doubled on y'all's screen. Hold a minute. I'm fixing to screw y'all gonna be all kinds of crazy. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. See, look at here. Look at here. I'm double. Hang on. Okay. I think I'm back and I think we're fixed. Let me turn this thing down. Okay. I don't know how to leave my own room. There we go. Okay. See y'all? Y'all, we're learning things. We're we're not professionals. We are not professional. I never claimed to be any type of professional. So this is just couldn't get in StreamYard. So I had to play with my phone for a minute. And yeah. Anyways, so Rubber Ramada comes from in the mid 90s. There was a room on Yahoo Chat that was called the scary, huh, Denise? We had a chat and we called it the Rubber Ramada room. And we would all gather in there and we would talk about our mental health issues. And we were really back then trying to break the stigma of all this. You know, we don't talk about it. We don't discuss it. You know, you keep your mental health issues to yourself. But we had this one little chat room and we called it the Rubber Ramada room. And we based it on, if you get stuck in an insane asylum, they might stick you in the rubber room. Okay. The rubber room, but you know, the padded cell, but we wanted a Holiday Inn or a Ramada Inn. We didn't want no just padded cell in a cold asylum. So we decided to call ourselves the Rubber Ramada. So it just kind of flew from there and it just stuck with me all these years. My actual screen name back on Yahoo was Texas City Mama because I used to live in Texas City and that was in the 90s. So things change. Yeah, it was almost scary with two Sheilas. I was like, oh my Lord. Okay, so we're back. We are back. Let me put my stuff back up, my little media stuff, all my little cover-ups. All right. See, you just never know. My whole internet went down. The whole house went down. I'm surprised my son ain't come in here and been like, hey, I was doing something. I try to keep him off when I'm on streaming because he sucks my bandwidth. All right, back to trial. Yes, we learn as we go. You learn as you go. Sort of like a paint by number. Never thought about that. Boy, it'd be a really funky picture.
No, this case was not adopted federally, to my recollection.
Yes, it was not adopted. The federal government did not pick up this case, correct?
That's my belief, yes.
All right.
Okay, maybe not my whole internet has caught up with this. Let's refresh him.
Was left over for other investigation purposes.
With a possible
It was 27.
lab in Maryland.
Good morning, Detective.
Okay, here we go.
You're an ATF task force agent, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Means you're employed by the county, city, but you work hand in hand with the federal government?
Yes.
All right. And you said you've been doing that for how long?
I've been with ATF for approximately 6 years.
All right. And you met with the ATF agents, the other ATF agents that were working this case on the scene. You met with them, correct?
I did, yes.
and you discussed the case?
We discussed not kind of what we were seeing on scene that morning. We really didn't know what the reason for the shooting was, but we were just discussing what we saw on scene, how many casings there were, and kind of just going over investigative tools or tactics we could use to try to help homicide.
All right. Did ATF collect the casings, the 31 casings, or did Tampa Police Department crime scene techs collect those casings?
Tampa PD crime scene collects casings.
All right, and they're put into a special, like a container?
Yeah, it's a black plastic tube. It's not a full cylinder tube. It has openings on it so DNA can breathe. And then inside it has these little, I don't know what you call them, but they're almost like a bracket, so the casing is held in its place the entire time it's in that tube.
All right, and though it's kept in...
I have a question. He said open so the DNA could breathe. So if they put it in a closed container, will it lose matter? What do they call? I don't even know what they call that. Well, why does it have to be an open container? I don't.
That tube for what purpose?
So it can't be rattled around or moved, or and DNA can't be compromised.
All right, so it's that tube is to protect the integrity of that evidence.
Correct, yes.
All right, so when you all are putting the casings into the tube, I assume the person that's handling the casings has on gloves?
That'd be crime scene, but yeah, that would be my assumption.
All right. And you don't have any reason to believe that anyone was not wearing gloves when they were handling the casings, is that correct?
Oh, I don't have any part in that collection, so I wouldn't be able to accurately answer that question.
All right. The ATF, federal government, you all refer cases to them at times, right?
Tampa PD can refer cases to ATF. We adopt cases that are state cases, and we adopt them federally, yes.
All right. And that was a conversation that was had in this case?
No, this case was not adopted federally, to my recollection.
Yes, it was not adopted. The federal government did not pick up this case, correct?
That's my belief, yes.
All right. And the DNA that was submitted, or the casings that were submitted to ATF, they were tested for DNA?
Presence of DNA, yes.
Or analyzed to see whether there's DNA on the casings?
Correct.
What about for fingerprints?
I don't know that answer.
Okay. All right, and obviously you said you did not get the report back from Maryland.
That is correct.
And when you say from Maryland, that means from the ATF.
The national lab, correct.
So that's why you don't know why or whether there was any DNA that was of value on the casings?
That is correct.
All right. All right, no further questions.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. May this witness be excused?
Yes.
Okay.
And we approach for a sidebar.
All right.
This is how we learn. This is how we learn. And that, thank you for answering me, Vibe, because this is how I call it my little pop-up things and stuff, but I Google it. I find out the information. I pop it up. And I share it with y'all what I don't know. And when I ask questions, I appreciate that you all like pop in and chime in and give me some opinions and answers, because some of this stuff, like I said, I don't know about the DNA stuff. I learned through all these court proceedings. I can tell you about a car, though.
Call your next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Detective Daniel Wilson.
Morning, sir. Just what to say. Raise your right hand. Just want to push.
You swear to affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I swear.
Thank you, sir.
Is that see right there?
Morning. Good morning, sir. Would you state your name for the jury?
I am Detective Daniel J. Wilson,
And where are you employed?
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
Just over 15 years.
What is your current job title?
I am a crime scene detective.
Were you a crime scene detective in June of 2024?
Yes.
And what are some of your day-to-day duties as a crime scene detective with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office?
We are the forensic hands and arms. We are the markers, the photographers, the packagers, and we submit the property in the property room. We measure, we do.
Welcome in, Hawkeyes. Working and listening. We got a lot of listening to do. I ain't got no work to do. I'm lazy today.
Diagrams, pretty much all the logistics.
Your title of crime scene detective is a little bit different than what we have here in Hillsborough County. Can you explain to me why you hold the title of detective?
Literally because I changed our name about 2 years ago, from evidence technician to that. And I think because we're sworn, which is sometimes most counties in Florida is either a blend or just civilian evidence technician. So I think that's what they wanted to divide up. So.
By sworn, does that mean that you would have attended the police academy?
Correct.
Did you serve any time on patrol?
I did. I did 5.5 years on the street as patrol, took interest in this job, and came over and got trained here.
Was there some particularized training that you did before you could be called crime scene detective?
Yes. We do what's called a field training officer program. It's basically on-the-job training with an experienced training detective, and they teach you the basics. Then you, as you can get them, you get the school's basic forensics, photography, blood work, trajectory work, all that. You get those schools as you can from then on.
I'd like to ask you specifically about a call that you would have responded to on October 7th of 2023. Were you still working in your same capacity?
Yes.
And did you have the opportunity to respond to the area of Prospect Street and West 16th Street in Jacksonville?
I did.
Can you tell me what county that is?
Duval County.
And what was the nature of the call or service in the area on October 7th, 2023?
It was an aggravated battery, person shot scenario.
Based on your training and experience, when you respond to a scene to process it, there's a shooting, what types of evidence are you looking for?
Anything related to firearms. That would be fragments, projectiles, casings, firearms themselves, and damage from those items.
From this specific scene itself or the immediate street surrounding that scene, were you able to collect items of ballistic value?
Yes, ma'am.
And from what locations?
I'm fading? I'm fading? What am I doing, Denise? What is happening? It's not letting me click on the links. Okay, now my links are coming up. What's happening? What do you mean I'm fading? You're scaring me. I'm over here. I look, my internet's showing that it's still on. I'm fading. That could be scary.
Correct me if I'm wrong, 3702?
Okay.
Yeah, or 3072.
What was the area like? Was it?
Okay. Okay. How about now? Do I sound better? I refreshed the StreamYard from all the crash craziness. Am I better? With my eyebrows? Since we were on eyebrows for a little bit, I have to share my screen again. Okay, we're better. We're better. Denise says yep, so that means we're better. All right, I'm gonna hit play.
A residential neighborhood?
It's a housing neighborhood. Prospects running north and south, West 16th running east-west at that intersection.
Did this particular scene, or at least the locations from which you needed to collect evidence, span from 16th through 18th?
Pretty close to it, yes.
And at each of these separate locations, were there different items of evidence that you collected?
Yes.
At a residence in particular, were you able to retrieve potential projectiles from a railing?
Yes.
And did you recover shell casings from the scene, specifically at your original call location, Prospect Street and West 16th Street?
Yes.
In your prior training experience, is it fair to say you recognize at least the caliber or make model of casings?
Correct.
That are left behind at the scene?
Yep.
And do you recall the number of casings that you located at that intersection?
I marked and collected 16 casings.
Do you recall the specific caliber of the casings that you marked and collected?
There was a blend primarily of 5.56 and 223.
I am showing you now what has been pre-marked for identification as States Exhibit 50A through P. Would you take a look at that packaging there and let me know if you recognize it?
Yes, that's the packaging I submitted the casings in.
And how is it that you recognize it? Do you have markings on it in some way?
That's my writings, 16.223 caliber casings, evidence 1 through 16, which are the placards I used.
Actually, I have to tell y'all something. When the internet went down, I had just because y'all know me, it's my inner Mrs. Kravitz. I'm telling y'all. I was Googling this. Jeremy McLimit. Tell me more about him and his age. Okay, because he looks so young up there talking. So that's what I was in AI trying to find out when the internet went down. So Vibe, it wasn't you that crashed my internet. I think I shouldn't have asked about his age. So, yeah.
Your Honor, at this time, State seeks to admit States 50A through P into evidence.
Any objection?
No, sir.
Okay, Lynn?
Now, you indicated that this exhibit, 50A through P, was a blend. Did you document in your report the blend that you actually collected of those casings? So, what specific nature of the casing?
The only objection that I would have is pre-trial objections that we raised.
Okay, same ruling, then they'll be admitted. You can answer the question.
You indicated that they were a blend of casings located at the scene that were collected. Were they all from the same area?
They were.
And you said there were more 5.56 NATO. Is that the 13 fired casings that were of one type?
Yes.
And there were 3 223 Remington caliber cases located at that scene as well?
Correct.
But all in the same area?
Yeah.
I mean, the casings were combined or grouped?
Yes.
The projectile that was recovered from a residence some ways down, I believe 2 streets down, at least 18th, that was not in the same location as the casings that you collected?
No.
Did you also have an opportunity to respond to the hospital in that case where the victim was being treated?
I did.
Was the victim in that case identified as Charles Jones?
He was.
Are you familiar with Charles Jones in the Jacksonville area?
Outside of this case, no.
And when you responded to the hospital, were there any items of potential evidentiary value that you could recover from Mr. Jones's person? Meaning, were there ballistics that were retrieved from his person?
From his person, the only thing I did was take pictures of him with his wrapped foot. I did not collect anything from him.
So nothing was provided to you at that time from medical staff that had been retrieved or removed from his foot?
Nothing.
And at that same time, did you have an opportunity to view or process the vehicle in which he was traveling when that shooting occurred?
I did.
And was that vehicle struck by gunfire?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I have 1 moment?
Yes.
We'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, cross-examination.
So you're testifying about a shooting that occurred in October of 2023, correct?
Yes.
You investigated that shooting?
I did.
And the victim in that case was Charles Jones?
Yes, sir.
All right. That case is still open and pending?
I believe it is.
All right, no one's been arrested for it yet?
I do not know.
No further questions.
Okay, redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. May this witness be excused?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
So while they're exchanging witnesses, just to reiterate what he was saying that was kind of confusing, he investigated a separate shooting in October of 2023 in Jacksonville that injured Jones. He collected 9mm casings from that scene, likely presented to connect the co-defendants to a history of violence against the victim. So that's what that was. And they're going to go to a break. And with the luxury of Zoom Zoom. Okay, I like my Zoom Zoom.
All jurors are ready, Judge.
Okay, very good. Welcome back. We're ready to.
Hey, Amy. Glad you came through with clean feet. Okay, Denise. I appreciate you being here, huh?
I don't. I'll just look, raise your right hand and just put your back to work.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you may proceed.
Good morning, sir. Would you please state your name?
Morning, it's Stephen Johnson,
Where are you currently employed?
Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
And how long have you been with the Sheriff's Office?
I've been with the Sheriff's Office for 8 years now.
In your position, did you also attend the academy and become a sworn officer with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office before your role in crime scene?
Yes, I did patrol for 5 years, and then I've been with the crime scene unit for 3 years now.
Did you receive specialized training in your transition to crime scene from patrol?
Yes, ma'am.
And in that time, did you have an opportunity to respond to a scene in the area of 2718 New Berlin Road for a vehicle search?
Yes, ma'am.
What date was that?
That was 6/26/2024.
And if at any time you need to refer to your report for a refresher, just let me know, and I'll go ahead and let you have an opportunity to do that, okay? When you responded to that area, what was the nature of the call you were responding to?
It was in response to a vehicle that had been pulled over, and they wanted to process the vehicle for potential evidence.
And how did you go about doing that?
So when I showed up, I think the officers had already done a preliminary search of the vehicle, and they located a firearm, so then they...
Okay. So let me just show y'all. He's going to tell us the same thing. So we're going to fast forward because we have that luxury. And skip this witness. He's going to tell us he processed the Toyota 4Runner belonging to Gathwright's grandmother in Jacksonville after Gathwright was seen transferring them into it. So he's the one that processed the vehicle, all the stuff, and you know, we can see here all the stuff that came out of the 4Runner. That's all he's going to go over is pictures of stuff that came out of the 4Runner. We'll just flip through them. We knew he had bags. We knew he had all this. Alicia doesn't look happy. Okay, we're going to skip to the next witness. These are all pictures we've seen a million times. What is happening? Okay. This is where we need to be. Oh, look at that pause. Look at that pause. Oh, girl. Screenshot. I'm sorry. Screenshot. Hold, please. I need a screenshot. Look at that pause. I am on point with that today. I have to say. I want to get to the next. I want to get to Detective Richard Peters. He's going to testify about the gang activity.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, would you state your name for the jury?
Yeah, good morning. It's Detective Richard Nieder,
Where are you employed?
Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been with JSO?
9 years.
What is your current assignment?
I'm currently assigned to the Gang Investigations Unit.
What assignments did you have in advance of your gang assignment?
Prior to that, I was assigned to a community crime response team. It's a violent crime task force that patrols the city. Prior to that, I rode the east side patrol, which would be like the east side of downtown Jacksonville.
Did you have the opportunity when you were actually a patrol officer in advance of that to patrol different neighborhoods in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
And what neighborhoods were those, if you recall?
The main neighborhoods would have been out east and Springfield.
When you say out east, what does that mean to a layperson not from Jacksonville?
So the out east area of Jacksonville is well known for its gang territory for the criminal gang 1200 out east.
And so did you become familiar with that area out east in 1200?
Yes, ma'am.
Does that title 1200 and out east, does it relate to or refer to an area where the people lived?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it also refer to a moniker for their gang association?
Yes.
If someone from out east was a member of 1200, is that a fair or accurate representation of their membership?
Yes.
In addition to patrolling some of these areas, now that you've become a gang detective, what do your day-to-day duties or activities look like in that role?
So our day-to-day duties is we monitor the gang and the members along with their associates. We also purge them if they no longer meet Florida state statutes. That is simply like undocumenting them where the
This is where you do not want it to go out, because from what I understand, he's fixing to tell us all about all the gang members, the different gangs, where they're from, and all that. So
status of the gang member is no longer on them.
take your shoes off, get your little drinky poo, and get comfy. We in for this ride.
Through NCIC and FCIC records. We also conduct custom notifications. It's where we take community outreach and influential people in the community out to troubled youth and at-risk adults' homes and offer them a way out.
When you were mentioning that you document or undocument members, tell me about that process. You said you document based on statute. What is that statute?
Yes, ma'am. It's 874.
And what do you do?
Overall, go ahead.
What is it that you're
Oh, so this is going to be a spicy one. So that's coming. This is going to be a spicy one. Okay, I see where this is going.
following
already.
as a guide in order to document a gang member?
There's 11 of the criteria that's laid out in the statute. Some of them are like admits to criminal gang membership, physical evidence, tattoos, style of dress. They associate with one or more known criminal gang members. They're in the presence of, like with them in traffic stops and stuff like that. Their parents or guardian can say that they're a part of a gang. And there's probably a couple more.
As it relates to documenting a gang member, is there a different process for essentially seeing if a person meets the criteria to be a gang member versus being a gang associate?
Yes, ma'am. To become a gang member, you have to meet 2 or more of the 11 criteria outlined in 874. And to be an associate, you just have to meet one of the criteria.
And you indicated that criteria includes admitting your membership or role in that gang.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it frequent that during the course of your investigations, gang members or their associates will admit to such, that they're involved in a gang or that they are members?
Yes, ma'am.
Do your duties also include undocumenting gang members?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell us a little bit more about that process. I don't know that the jury understands what FCIC and CIC is.
Yes, so NCIC is a national database, and FCIC is a database. Whenever you run somebody's driver's license or run a personal database, it will come up that they are a documented gang member within the state of Florida, and it'll tell you the.
I don't know what my internet is doing. It looks okay, but it's freaking me out, and I'm so scared it's going to go down. We're on day 4 in real time. They're on day 5. We are about we're 3 hours and 15 minutes into a 9-hour, but of course, you know, they take a lunch and all that other stuff. So, but I'm very interested in to hear about this. And you think he's going to go in the witness protection when he's done? He may need to. I mean,
Gang that they're documented under.
Why would there be an undocumenting of a gang member? How does that happen?
They meet for statute.
And do you continue the process with documenting or undocumenting?
Yes, ma'am, we investigate them and continue the status within the gang. We continue to document them.
Did you and the members of your gang unit attend any particularized training as it relates to gang investigations?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
What particular training did you attend?
I've gone to 2 of the Florida gang investigation conferences where they taught beginner and intermediate.
if you don't know me by now, tongue problems. If you don't know me by now, hi, my name is Sheila. I'm sassy. I can be crude. And yes, we have a dick, Peter.
Levels of gang investigations. I've also attended violent crime and gang investigation conferences. I've also attended technology conferences that deals with cell phone towers and that type of stuff while tracking gangs.
When you attend these types of trainings, is that a more generic style of training or educating you on gangs in general?
Yeah, generally, they kind of, the Florida ones will tend to guide towards Florida state statutes and stuff like that.
Okay, my smart ass comment to you, Vibe. You sure that's not his wit protection name? That's his witness protection name. Come on, let's be real.
That, and then the ones that are not Florida based, they teach you like what they're doing across the country as far as how they're investigating and what they're seeing.
These types of trainings, do they provide you specific intel or knowledge as it relates to Jacksonville gangs, or is that something that you learn just based on your experience day to day?
Based on my training and experience day to day.
Are you assigned to a particular gang or group in the Jacksonville area?
Yes, ma'am.
And what gang are you actually assigned to investigate?
ATK.
What does ATK stand for?
There's various different reasons, but the reason that has been told to me was Ace's top killers.
So ask him the proper predicate regarding based upon his experience.
I didn't hear what it said.
Based upon
I didn't hear the name. He's okay. She's gonna make him say it in the right way. Cindy, that is so sweet. That is so sweet.
training and experience that you have day to day, have you learned what ACES or ATK stands for?
Yes.
Objection or call for hearsay.
Overall, go ahead.
If I may add, Your Honor, this witness has not been qualified as an expert at this point, so he cannot testify to hearsay.
Do you wish to voir dire him on his qualifications?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I'd wait until she attempts to qualify him.
Do it now.
No problem.
I told y'all this judge is known. She is not playing with this defense. She has been a bitch. She's like told them no when they've asked to come up there for sidebar, and look out. Okay, I'll put the captions back on. Nope. This is unavailable now.
Do you wish to voir dire him on qualifications? Okay, go ahead.
I'll wait until she attempts to.
No.
Stream okay because my phone is showing that it's freaking out over here. My phone shows that I'm freaking out. I just need to know that my internet is okay. Because see, I'm seeing chat on my phone that I'm not seeing on my StreamYard. See, it popped up, it's in and out. I'm going to try for a few minutes, but if it starts acting, keeps doing this, we can't do it like this. I need to see the testimony, and I can't have my internet messing up.
Good morning. Good morning, Officer Detective.
How are you?
Good morning. You said you've been with JSO for about 9 years.
Yes, ma'am.
In your 9 years that you've been with JSO, you have not been working with gangs the entire time, correct?
That is correct.
So you've only been investigating gangs for about 3 years.
Correct.
All right. In the gang unit, there are about 12 detectives total.
Yes.
Is that accurate? And each detective has a specific assignment for a particular gang that's in the city.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the gang that you're assigned to is ATK.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your training and experience as it relates to gangs, I want to talk about before you ever became an officer. You were never a member of a gang, right?
No, ma'am.
So you don't have any personal experience related to gangs.
I do not.
All right. You attended Edward Waters College, right, in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
And your degrees in criminal justice.
Correct.
You didn't have any sort of specialization in gangs while you studied criminal justice? You did not?
Not there.
Okay. Did you have a specialization in gangs in any other degree or education?
Through the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, I have.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. I just mean like as far as education, sort of master's degree.
Okay, my internet is jumping too much. I don't like this. I'm watching on my phone and my internet is just jumping way too much. I'm going to pause this right here, and I'm going to restart my computer. Okay, I don't know if I'm here or not. What I'm going to do, unfortunately, whatever the internet did, I think I need to refresh everything. So what I'm going to do, we're 3 hours and 18 minutes in. I want to hear this testimony tonight, so I'm going to shut everything down, shut my modem down for my internet. I'm gonna restart everything. I will come back. We will have a new stream. We'll pick this up where we left off. Again, let me write down the time. It's 3:18. I can't do all but see, now my phone's showing that everything's fine. Am I skipping or not now? Now that it did some crazy ass refresh. It seems to be okay now. And it's not doing I don't have the little thing that they're showing me that it's a bad connection. I think it's fixed. I think it's fixed. I think it fixed itself finally. We're going to try this just a little bit again. Nope. My StreamYard's not letting me. Yeah. All right. I'm gone. Peace. I'll be back in about 20 minutes.